Saint Center, what's up? Nequa. So apparently there's a part two of that Umar interview that we recently watched. So I said, why not see what the fuck he's talking about on this one, on this half. I think he's giving his perspective on the ABC community and black unity. You know that's about to be a whole crock of shit. Juju, uh, Sassy Savannah, how y'all doing today? Hope y'all having a great weekend so far. We about to listen to this Pan-African poetry preaching. Let's listen. Let's see what he talking about on this Pan-African poetry preaching shit. That's basically what it is. That's what we're gonna call it now. Pan-African poetry preaching. That's all I be seeing this man do. Yep, a pile of shit. A whole crock of shit. And this dude is a glazer. No, I heard it's on Netflix. I don't got Netflix, but I heard about it. I heard about it. I heard it's on Netflix or Hulu or one of those joints. Nasty dealer. Ain't nobody. I ain't see you in a while, good brother. How you been? What rock did you crawl from under? I ain't see you in a minute, good brother. DJ, what's up? But this dude right here is a glazer, a straight glazer, and you can tell what type of podcast he goes to. He's not gonna go to anybody that's gonna give him any type of pushback. He goes to these glazing ass motherfuckers that's going to stroke his shango stick the whole interview. Because that's all I ever see them do. Just sitting there, just stroking his shango stick the whole fucking interview. It's like, dude, are you gonna give any type of pushback to this shit? No, but instead he just glazing. Oh, I used to watch you, and I didn't know, blah blah blah. You need a Umar to recognize that your kid doesn't have a behavior problem. That means you don't know your goddamn child. That means you don't know your own child. Shit, my mom was in her early 20s when they tried to put me in behavior classes and do all that medicine shit. She was like, ain't nothing wrong with my son. Oh my God, Niqua. Here you go. Making me hungry. There you go. Making a nigga hungry. Lucky y'all just got me some Chinese food. Oh, that water good. I didn't know you can set a goal for super chats. I don't feel like doing all that shit. I just figured I found that out. I was wondering what that little arrow at the top was. But yeah, man, let's get into it. We're just gonna jump right into it. Everybody take their Tylenols. Everybody got their Tylenol. You got your Tylenol ready? Motrin. y'all got your Tylenol, y'all Motrin ready? I hope y'all do. You got your Tylenol and your Motrin. Yo, I'm about to go back to StreamYard because I do not like the way I phase in and out when I'm moving. StreamYard don't do that. I do have a green screen. I just didn't put it up yet. Yeah, I got some bourbon chicken mixed with some type of like spicy sesame chicken, something like that. That shit slamming. But y'all got y'all Tylenol ready? Everybody took their Tylenol, they headache pain relievers. Cause he about to go into the LGBT community and Black unity. So you know it's gonna be a headache. Let me turn this heat on. You know it's gonna be a whole headache. Oh, let me turn this heat on. All right, there we go. You know you're about to have a whole headache, so everybody with me. Woo-sa. Woo-sa. What was that saying that Tina Turner was saying? Hum ye de yum yum yum. What's that mantra Tina Turner was singing? Hum no yo yum. Get that all out. All right, let's go.
And you mean self-hate.
Self-hate.
It's engineered.
Black hate. Is black hate natural or is it engineered?
And you mean self-hate.
Self-hate.
It's engineered.
I agree and disagree with that. In the beginning, yes, it was engineered. Yes, it was very engineered. I agree with that part. But today, it's just who motherfuckers is, bro. That's just the way it is. Yes, in the beginning, I do believe yes, it was engineered, but now, but at this point, it's just straight natural because we are part of a generation where it was totally different from when the self-hate started. You know how motherfuckers wanted to perm their hair all the time and lighten up their skin. We not in that era. So if there's anybody out there that is Uncle Ruckus, that's just natural at this point. You can't keep blaming the white man. The white man to step back. You heard Tupac give them guns, step back, watch them kill each other, unalive each other. That's basically what they did. The white man ain't got to do nothing no more. It's all on us. But he needs a villain. He needs a villain to look like a suit. You can't be a superhero without an arch nemesis.
And it's been engineered in us so deeply from the
Wait a minute. I'm just realizing this. Did this nigga got a painting of him holding himself naked on his palm? A puppet of. I just now realized this shit. This nigga got a painting of him holding a butt ass naked puppet of himself on his palm. That was a red flag. How he ain't that? That's a red flag right there for me. That's a red flag right there. I come in and I go, "Whoa, bro, what the fuck is that?" I mean, he ain't fully bucket naked, but you niggas half naked. He got a puppet of himself half naked on his palm. What the fuck is that supposed to symbolize? What does that even mean?
plantation through current times, and I'm going to include through the Black church because of the images of white Jesus. That self-alienation, you can't overlook that. I'm going to say that it's now a part of the culture.
bro. You can't. Yeah, yeah, you're right about that. It's now part of the culture, so it's natural now. But you can't blame the white Jesus anymore. Black folk, the damn near what, damn near like 80, 90% of the people in the world, I'm sure they know that Jesus was not a white man. Even though the Hollywood and them still try to portray him as a white man, majority of the people know that Jesus was a whole nigga. And you know what's crazy? I'm gonna get off topic. Did you hear about the second dude that was in Africa in recent times that came around? They suppressed him. He supposedly had the same type of abilities Jesus had, and they tried to kill him multiple times, but his they shot him in his head, and he'll heal. And then so what they did was they tricked him onto getting onto a plane, and they chopped him up and like try to meat grind him, and then send his body parts to different areas of the world. This motherfucker regenerated again. This is supposedly a real story. You gotta look it up. It was a black dude in Africa, same abilities as Jesus. This is recent times. They chopped his ass up, and he somehow regenerated in their office. And he told them, "You can try to kill me, you can try to unalive me, but more of me is coming." I ain't mean to get off topic, but I just now found that, yeah, like yesterday. I'm like, well, how the fuck did nobody know about this? Juju, thank you for being a new member. Appreciate it. Welcome to the family. But yeah, back to what he's saying. You can't blame the white Jesus no more. You cannot blame the white Jesus no more, because majority of the world knows Jesus was not white. Wait, what'd you say? Bro, we can't say that racism and white people took a step back when they are actively involved in taking voting rights away. They're literally bringing us back to a time of Jim Crow. Well, maybe I ain't been paying attention then, but I'm talking about overall, like yes, they might be doing shit on a like global scale, but it's not like they used to be like back in civil rights time where it was individually out here fucking us up. You get what I'm saying? They ain't hanging us no more. They still is unaliving us. Yeah, they are. Yeah, you might be right. But you can't. The way he blames the white man, it's just, it doesn't make sense. No, I know who Osiris is. This was somebody different. This was supposedly in modern times. I know who Osiris is, and that's what I thought it was too. I'm like, is this dude Osiris? But no, the dude regenerated like Deadpool. Like you see how Deadpool get his half of his body chopped off and his legs and shit grow back. That's what they said happened. Osiris was just straight dead. Yeah, I was great. Said we still got rights to vote. It's not like the way it was in Jim Crow. Now, if they're trying to take it back to that, then that's different. I haven't been paying attention. I don't pay attention to politics because I think it's a crock of shit. Especially look what Donald Trump just pulled again. Somebody trying to assassinate him at a dinner he never shows up to. The one time you show up to the dinner, I think they got other problems to worry about than worry about suppressing black folks right now. I'm not saying it's all racism is all completely wiped out and completely gone, but it ain't on a scale of what he's blaming them for anymore. Please look into it before you comment like that. They gutted the Voting Rights Act. Oh, yeah, that's definitely something that should be looked into.
You're expected to be disagreeable with black people. You're expected to have black enemies. You're expected to crash out when you get disrespected by black people. So we've gotten to a point where we have made it.
You're expected to crash. No, we crash out if anybody disrespects us. Like, What are you talking about? Yes, I do understand what he's trying to say. The majority of your enemies might be the same color as you, but we not like most motherfuckers is in the hood. You're gonna have beef with the people that's around you. What am I beefing up with the white folks across the fucking town for, and they ain't do nothing to me? It's gonna be that way when we're all cluttered together. It's just like they do the same thing, black on black crime. Of course, we all in the same. We all cluttered in the same neighborhood. Who else is I'm gonna be beefing with?
Popular. In fact, black
Dr. Nene,
self-hate is so ingrained
Junior,
into our culture
what's up?
that it's almost impossible to sell or become popular without it.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name.
What? Wait. Did he just say what I think he just said?
Look, that it's almost impossible to sell. Black self-hate is so ingrained into our culture that it's almost impossible to sell or become popular without it.
You mean the way you did when you start beefing with SETI, calling him a cracker and a little midget dirtball, trying to fake like you had Goonie Goons? You mean like the way you did with Lennon and all them other people that you named when you was like, I'm in your ass. Pause, nigga, pause. Tariq Nasheed. So you're basically admitting that was your tactic too, nigga. What do you mean? That's exactly what you did. Move, dog. Stepping on my foot. But Chris, welcome back. I ain't think I would see you back here. I think we didn't. Everybody give Chris a round of applause. We didn't brought him to the light. We didn't brought him to the light.
Look at music and hip hop. If you ain't got a good beef going on, you might not sell no records, right?
Right.
Look at the TVs, Tyler Perry. Movies often involved in male-female relationship conflict, right? Look at the reality shows. It's all conflict. The Housewives, it's all conflict. Black culture thrives.
The conscious community, all conflict. Umar Johnson, all. You're really, what you're really doing is you're telling us your tactics and how you engineer your scheme. That's basically what he's doing. He's telling us how he engineered his scheme. Because if you're not beefing with black people, you're trying to blame the white man for everything. So it's not even one-sided when it comes to you. It's not even one-sided. You'll beef with anybody for attention. This is what you do. Whenever you fuck up, you suddenly have a beef. As a psychologist, you should know that. Well, you do. He does know it, but think about it. Whenever Umar gets a setback on opening that school, what's the first thing he does? Blame someone else and act like he has beef with that person. Act like that person is the community's, his and the community's arch nemesis. You thrive off the shit.
On conflict. And that's why I'm calling the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy heaven on earth. Because when you come here, there is no conflict. Everybody respects everybody. And the first time you introduce.
Wait, what? He calling it FDMG heaven on earth? That nigga changed the name every 5 minutes. He called it heaven on earth. and there ain't gonna be no conflict. I guarantee you, it's gonna be a conflict when you say some weird shit to one of these kids' parents. One of these kids' mothers is guaranteed to be conflict, dog. You talking about you gonna discipline the kids yourself, like really put hands on these kids. Oh, there's gonna be all types of conflict.
Reduce it. Douglas Marcus Garvey Academy, heaven on earth. Because when you come here, there is no conflict. Everybody respects everybody. And the first time you introduce it, you're banned from the campus. Book of Negroes. I'm not playing.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm telling everybody that right now.
So basically, what he's saying is, if you have any type of disagreement or conflict, you get banned from the campus and put into the Book of Negroes. What type of school is that? That means you're trying to be a tyrant. That means you're trying to, and you gonna get sued. You gonna get sued. So if somebody, these two kids fight all the time. No matter what that kids are gonna fight. That's kids. That's what kids do. They argue, they fuss, they fight. You know how many times I gotta break up my kids from fighting all goddamn day? That's what they do. You're gonna be banning kids every other fucking day. You're gonna ban the wrong student and all them everybody gonna pull out.
Now, get your mind right or you're going to be out of here.
So
And you're going to have to retrain the children out of that. Right?
Right.
So at FDMG, I have to teach them how not to be negative with your own. I have to teach them how not to disrespect your own. Because remember, I originally wanted.
So you're going to brainwash the kids into being like you. If somebody disagrees with you or questions you, they in the Book of Negroes. They coons. This is what y'all want, y'all kids? For y'all kids? You tell them to go to your room, go to their room, or you tell them to do anything that they don't like, Book of Negroes. You a coon, mom. You a coon, dad. You won't let me eat my chocolate ice cream. You walking through the store and you tell your kid not to touch nothing, and he go touch it anyway, and you pop him, you a coon. You going in the Book of Negroes, dad. You going in the Book of Negroes, mom.
A residential school, but we couldn't afford it. The reason I
He said he had to retrain them. That's code for brainwash. And to me, that's what it sounds like to me. That sounds like code for brainwash. We need to brainwash them into being what I need them to be. You can't even control your own behavior. I'm supposed to believe that you're going to control my kids' behavior?
wanted a residential school is because I know many of our homes are toxic. If it's a Muslim home, you might look down on Christians.
Right.
If it's a Christian home, you might look down on Muslims. If it's a hip hop home, you might look down on anybody who can't afford to buy what you're wearing, right? So we got to teach our children that's not what we value. We don't value sneakers in here. We don't value hair color, right? We don't value yellow skin versus dark skin. We value Africans and we value human life. We have to retrain the value system that our young people have, because right now,
look, that's code for we have to brainwash these kids into doing and being the people that he wants them to be. They're there to get an education, not be brainwashed. I can't believe people just listen to this shit and still want the school to open and send their kids there. The man is telling you that he's finna brainwash your kids into being like him. They're there to get an education and learn more about themselves. Brainwashing them into being who you want them to be is not an education.
They value social media more than life. Attention is the new drug, and they are willing to embarrass themselves to get it. Look at
Projection, my nigga. That's a huge fucking projection, dog. Oh shit, Dr. Nene, appreciate the cash app. How much did they say? Where's the little? Oh, appreciate the cash app, Dr. Nene. But this is just ridiculous. This is just ridiculous because aren't you on social media for attention? Don't he go on social media for attention? Did he not embarrass himself several times on social media? Recently? Oh shit, this shit is blazing down my back. My back got hot than a motherfucker. Don't he do this shit? He does this shit all the time. You just embarrass yourself talking about a $500 date. Women pay you $500 for you to take them out on a date. That's not making a fool of yourself. Lying about being related to Frederick Douglass for attention. That's not making a fool of yourself on social media. The minstrel show. Right. The fuck? Projection, Mr. Shoemaker. Because we didn't watch you embarrass yourself hundreds of times. We definitely watch you embarrass yourself several times, yo. You cannot sit there and act like you're not a part of the system that you're talking about. That's diabolical. That's real diabolical. You can't sit there and act like you're not a part of the system that you talking about. It makes no sense. $500 for a date, and he's saying he's gonna pay for it, and it's also going to be. First, he presented it as a date, $500. Then, when he got backlash for it, he said he was going to turn it into like a podcast. It's going to be candlelight and slow dancing, and he was asking niggas, women, husbands, for permission to dance and wine and dine their wives. I can't make this shit up. I wish I could, but I wish I was making it up. He was literally asking motherfuckers for permission to wine and dine their wives.
the amount of adults you see on the internet not getting paid, embarrassing themselves for attention.
Yeah. No, it's a lot. And something that I think about often is it the adults, the older people who may seem lost? Is it too late for them, or should we just focus?
It's never too late. It's never too late. Mm-hmm. Remember, there's an African proverb that says, if God were done with African people, he would never allow another woman to get impregnated. When God is done, there's no more birth. That's when you know God done. Every time you see somebody pregnant, that's a chance for us to get it right.
Right.
Okay? Now, here's the thing though. Although it's never too late to save someone, the older they get, the more difficult it becomes.
Absolutely.
So for example, when we're trained, and I'm trained in cognitive behavioral therapy, my doctorate in clinical psychology, CBT orientation.
Wait, what did he say? My bad, I had to step out the room real quick, calm these kids down. What did he say? He said he's talking about I'm going to pay $500 for a date. He's going to use the 500 donation to pay for the date. Nah, he ain't never. He said he was gonna pay for the date, but he ain't never said he was gonna use the money, that money. But yeah, basically, it still don't make sense because he's saying he's taking you on a date and he paying for it, but really you're paying for it. He gonna take you to the cheapest fucking restaurant. He probably pay like $1.50 and keep the other half of the money.
Remember, there's an African proverb that says, if God were done with African people, he he would never allow another woman to get impregnated. When God is done, there's no more birth. That's when you know God done. Every time you see somebody.
Wait, what? He definitely did just lie on God. Yeah, that nigga definitely did just lie on God. That's diabolical. That is diabolical. This nigga lying. Hey, well, it's not too far fetched. The nigga just lied on the ancestors, blaming the ancestors for not opening the school. It's not too far fetched.
There's an African proverb that says, if God were done with African people, he would never allow a.
Right, he gonna take you right to McDonald's, get you something off the dollar menu, and pocket the other 400 and something dollars.
Another woman to get impregnated. When God is done, there's no more birth. That's when you know God done. Every time you see somebody pregnant, that's a chance for us to get it right.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah, but isn't the rainbow covenant a covenant that God made with humanity, saying that he would never do anything like that again? Because I mean, you blend in religion, so if you keep talking about God like one as in one, I'm pretty sure you're talking about the Christian God. And didn't he promise not to do anything like that again? Ain't that what the rainbow symbolized? Until the ABC community took it.
Now, here's the thing though. Although it's never too late to save someone, the older they get, the more difficult it becomes.
Absolutely.
Did y'all hear this nigga? He said it's never too late for saving someone. What was his most famous quote other than Black Queens Forever, Snow Bunnies Never? What was his most famous quote? For good. Because I can't third plot whatever he said. Them young boys on the corner, they got to get put to sleep. For good. Now you're saying it's never too late to save somebody? You was talking about unaliving half the fucking population of black folks because they thugs or gangsters or gang members, or they not who you want them to be. So I'm calling my brother Jesus on the bay line, telling you what Umar said. Right, for good. Right, Jaded. Didn't he say he was going? If Umar came into power and had control over the black community, half of us would be wiped out if we're not the person that he want to be. He want us to be. Either you're getting wiped out or put or excommunicated and put into the book of Negroes if you're not up to his standards. He's not even up to his own standards, but he'll punish you for it.
So, for example, when we're trained, and I'm trained in cognitive behavioral therapy, my doctorate in clinical psychology, CBT orientation, they train you that when you're doing therapy, your first session, you have to decide if the patient really wants to change. Because if they don't, why are you wasting your time and their money? You feel me?
Right.
Because the psychologists don't change you. We are the tour guide through your problems to help you change yourself.
Right.
So if they don't.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I know. I'm glad I picked this one because he started off saying he already saying some bunch of bullshit.
Because if they don't, why are you wasting your time and their money? You feel me?
Right.
Because the psychologists don't change you. We are the tour guide through your problems to help you change yourself.
Right.
Yeah, that is a job of a psychologist, right? But how you going to guide someone in changing their own life and you can't change yours? Who would go to you for therapy? You're a trained psychologist, but not a licensed one. So I don't know why you're saying we. When you start speaking French, nigga, you ain't no fucking psychologist.
Wagwan, brethren.
What's up, sis? how
Nothing.
you gonna help somebody change their life and you can't change? He talking about he gonna brainwash the kids. Oh no, my fault. Retrain them. That ain't that code for brainwash. My cousin.
Yes, but the key
Yeah.
point is Umar just says shit to to get people to pay attention to him. I keep
Yeah.
telling y'all, family, the money gone. Umar never had any intention of starting the school in the first place. The school was just a good talking point. He got roped into, he wouldn't give the scam up. That's how he got roped into getting the actual physical building.
Right.
So the point is moot on whatever he means by whatever he says because he's just saying it for the controversy of it all. He don't believe none of this shit. He said he was
No.
gonna take these children to the moon. Come on, bruh.
Teach them how to fly planes. Take them to the moon. Ooh.
He
I
was
forgot
gonna
about
have
that.
them children out there chopping trees like Paul Bunyan, talking about
I forgot about that.
no, he never had any intention of getting his hands on anybody's children. Because the one time he did, he got escorted out the building with his property in a box.
Right. But the thing about it is, I don't know how people don't didn't catch that taking them to the moon. If you even try to buy parts that even remotely looks like you're trying to build a rocket, you're going to jail. You can't build no rocket on your own.
You can build a whole rocket ship. What you can't do is buy rocket fuel.
That didn't they make a movie about the dude that did that shit and orbited the Earth 3 times?
Look,
That's why I
rocket
love that
fuel
stuff.
is basically 100% oxygen, right?
Uh huh.
No, not oxygen peroxide, nitrogen peroxide. The shit turns into rocket fuel when it's pure or whatever, or jet fuel, one of the two. But you can build a whole rocket. You just can't get rocket fuel.
Right. He fuck around, blow somebody up anyway. Mr. Judge said, Ram, I'm pissed off the Hebrew Israelites. I pissed off the Hebrew Israelites by diving deep on some of their radical members. They're in my comment section trying to defend the extremists. Oh my God. Mr. Judge, you better
Man,
leave them
they
folks
don't.
alone.
Ooh, the Hebrew Israelites don't like to acknowledge they fucked up people. They don't.
Yeah.
Mention Yahweh ben Yahweh. They gonna go nuts. He ain't got nothing to do with Hebrew. And he
There goes
don't.
Jesus. This nigga thought he was Jesus.
He was one of the first pioneers of the Hebrew Israelitism in the community.
I
Like
know. I
second,
remember him.
third
He said he
generation.
was Jesus.
I ain't talking to you, bruh.
Oh, my bad, my bad. You better leave them
Yo, I
motherfuckers
can't.
alone.
I just had to stop because I was going to the laundromat and I can't find the laundromat. I want already got money loaded on my card. This is some bullshit.
Oh man.
Look,
That's why I'm doing
he
laundry out.
started off by giving those little tours to the graveyard, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
he got ran off from doing that. That's when he said he was gonna start doing tours overseas, and everybody
Uh,
had to buy their tickets.
oh
But
yeah, they
them
used to.
really didn't never manifest. What happened was the little black enclaves overseas would buy him a ticket over there. Why the hell you live over here and you porting somebody in to give you a tour? I will never know. But yeah, that
Ain't no
happened.
sense. Yeah, that's just
Then Umar got the bright idea because everybody was pressing him about when the school was going to start to go out there and do a janky commercial at St. Paul's College.
mm,
Okay, then the people do what the people do, and they called the realtor for St. Paul. And that man was like, Umar ain't put in no bid for no building.
yep. Why they watching them raise money for the school?
Right. So then that's when people started pressing him and going to actual authorities like PayPal, GoFundMe, yada, yada, yada. And then shortly thereafter, he bought the bandos. See,
Yep.
all of this is just stopgap methods. It's stopgap methods to keep the scam going. The key point is Umar never had any intention of teaching the children anything. He
Right.
started this scam right after he got escorted out of the building by security from his last job.
Yup.
He was already doing it, but that's when he kicked it into high gear. This
I
is
think
it. Everybody has to keep the timeline in order. He ain't no mystical fool or nothing like that. No, he just got the gift of gab for people that don't have all their brain cells.
right. I think you're right about the school just being a talking point, and then when he started getting money in his cash, he saw that cash app light up. Oh shit, I got something here. He saw the cash app and said, like, maybe this can go somewhere.
No, you missed the whole point of what I said. The point of him getting the actual physical building is so the people couldn't get their money back. Because if it was proved that it was fraudulent, he'd have had to refund all that money. That's why
Right.
Umar didn't go to jail then. Then he buys these bandos, but he's not really upgrading the bandos. Them buildings gonna have to get tore down. I keep telling y'all. Ain't no way you can go in and make that place safe for children. You probably can't make it safe for adults. But I'm gonna hedge out and say you might be able to make it safe for adults, but definitely not for children because the ground.
Right.
They was gonna pave that place and put a parking lot over it so the ground would have time to treat itself.
Umar started the scam at the same time the other scammers.
Yeah, all that crowdfunding. He started that crowdfunding talking about he was gonna build a school. Dr. DD. Umar got the bandos, Garvey had the busted ships. Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So if they don't want to change, because you can't make them, why are you wasting their time?
Yeah.
So when you say, is it too late for the adults? No. But do they really want to change? Think about it.
Yeah.
Most cigarette smokers who try to quit won't quit because they really
Right,
don't
Mr.
want to.
Judge.
Most drug addicts who try to quit won't quit because they really don't want to. Most women who go in and out of abusive cyclical relationships are not going to change because they really don't want to.
I think that's a crock of shit. Because I know people that smoke cigarettes. I was smoking cigarettes. I quit. I mean, I vape now, but I don't smoke cigarettes anymore.
There is such a thing as an addictive personality.
Yeah,
Bruh, before you work yourself up into a tizzy, breathe in, breathe out, repeat 3 times.
Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. No, I'm
There
just
you
saying I
go.
don't agree with that because it's just like people change when they want to change. You saying they don't?
You don't argue with a fool.
Yeah, that was just stupid.
They really rather have a man, even if he's abusive, than to have nobody. And this ain't about sex, it's loneliness. It's validation, right?
Right.
So you mean to tell me a woman that's being abused that can't get out the relationship, she's staying because she want to?
So if somebody
Most women that are in abusive relationships receive serious damage, if not unaliving, when they try to leave.
Exactly.
Or else they snatched back. Look, as fictional as What's Love Got to Do with It is, that scene when she ran out with the kids to try to get on the bus and Ike showed up, that can be applied to somebody in real life. At least 2, 3, 50,000 somebody.
Right.
And some of those people didn't make it out that situation. But like I said, you don't argue with a fool. Ain't no need to running your blood pressure up for nothing that come out Umar's mouth. Because Umar's full of shit. Umar's full of shit. Umar's full of shit.
been smoking 10 years, crack 10 years, abusive relationships 20 years.
I'm glad you said that. Because we've been thinking you've been smoking crack for a long time. And we still think you do. So that means you ain't want to quit or change?
That booger sugar.
We think you've been doing something a very long time.
Right, that's the full quote. Never argue with stupid people. They would drag you down and then beat you with experience. And then there's one from Asian culture, but I can't remember it right now. That shit had me rolling.
And they not likely to change.
Right.
What do you think for someone who suffers from the intergenerational trauma of self-hatred, of post-traumatic slavery disease? If the cigarette smoker can't stop and he only been smoking 10 years, this Negro is the result of intergenerational trauma.
Right, Nene.
How hard you think it's going to be to crack that code?
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
I do.
The best.
Wait, what?
been smoking 10 years. This Negro is the result of intergenerational trauma.
Yeah.
How hard you think it's going to be to crack that?
So all crackheads is just they just had trauma? Because I know some motherfuckers that would just
I know
have
people
living
that
life.
came from good 2-parent households that ended up strung out on the streets.
Right. I know plenty of motherfuckers that's up in Kensington. White
Look,
folk.
people get snuck every day.
Right.
So, like I said, Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. That's a non-winning argument he throws out there, so people can sit up and go back and forth about this shit rather than Umar. And where the money at?
With a goddamn school. Yeah, you right. You definitely right about that.
Code.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying?
I do.
The best intervention is prevention. And that's why we need our own schools.
Yeah.
That's
As
a cry
long
for help,
as black
family.
people are comfortable with white
Pause,
people
bruh.
teaching their children,
We gonna be Caucasian for a minute here, people. Umar going on these platforms telling these blatant lies is a screaming cry for help. Umar needs an intervention.
I think so too.
50-something-year-old fat fuck out here scamming people.
High off of Pan-Africanism.
Mr. Judge, he can't get on Social Security because he ain't got no job. It ain't never had one. That's why he out here scamming so hard. He spent his good years scamming. Therefore, he has no Social Security. And I highly doubt that the place he was working at before he got escorted out the building was doing their taxes properly. So I don't think he got any credits for that.
If he did have a 401k for it, I'm pretty sure he spent it by now.
No, not 401k. See, 401k is the extra money you get on top of your Social Security to make sure you can actually live, because Social Security ain't paying for shit all. Okay, so Social Security, every time you go to work, every time you get a job, the job is supposed to pay up to the Social Security Department. Now, what that is, there is a fund in Social Security to pay people. That's why there's a retirement age. When you hit retirement age, you automatically receive a payment from Social Security. But them statements you get every year from Social Security that show you how much you gonna get, that's your Social Security. That's why they call it Social Security.
Okay.
And before they say that this was created for the black man, it was not. It was created to make the white man's life easier.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
not only will we never see change, we don't really want it.
Yeah. What do you suggest for a person like me? I don't have what you have, which is FDMG. I don't have. We don't have one of those here.
You have to work on yourself. Self-transformation. Difficult, but possible.
Right.
And most great people who've changed, Malcolm X is a good example. They did it on their own without a therapist. You feel me?
Yeah.
But you have to subject yourself to the most critical self-scrutiny you've ever been subjected to, because your obstacle is your.
It's your job that offers you the 401k. Social Security comes from the government, and that's like your base pay. And then you have your 401k on top of it. That's why people are always fussing about their 401ks. Yeah, SSI is for people that got injured, so they can't work anymore. So then they get a check for that. Depending on how much you broken is how much. It's like the rating system in the VA and the military. Once you get broken, you only 30% operable and 40% operable.
Right.
Ego. The ego never wants to be held accountable. The ego never wants to accept defeat. The ego never wants to recognize when it's wrong.
Right.
You follow me?
I'm just, did you see my face? Nigga.
He talking about himself. Maximum.
Nigga, do you know I can see you? Yeah. Wow. He just described himself all in one.
Yeah, Mr. Judge.
You've ever been subjected to, because your obstacle is your ego.
And it does.
The ego.
You said your obstacle is your ego.
Never wants to be held accountable.
Nope.
The ego never wants to accept defeat.
Nope.
The ego never wants to recognize when it's wrong.
Right.
You follow me? The
Projection. You projecting like a motherfucker.
Told you he talking about himself.
Uh-huh.
is always trying to find a way to justify what it did, right? It's like,
Nigga. You mean how you blame that Jamaican janitor? I mean, building inspector. You mean how you blame the
Man,
Delaware? You mean how you blame the struggle streamers? Oh man.
you go cheat on your queen and you know you shouldn't have.
Right.
Your ego can't deal with that pain of the guilt and the shame. So the ego is going to find some excuse. Maybe she ain't cooking no more. She ain't, you follow me?
Yeah.
Because the ego does not do well with accountability.
Right. And your excuse is it's a conspiracy. They don't care for me. They don't like me because my religion. The Negro Peons is hating. The struggle streamers is calling people. Delaware did it. The Jamaican building inspector did it. Lennon did it. Lene did
everybody
it.
gotta take accountability, but Umar.
So that's basically what I was getting to. Everybody got to take accountability and change.
You gonna be listing people all day.
So when you decide to take on yourself, that's your spirit taking on your ego for the Super Bowl championship.
That's why most people opt
So
to go
when
to
it comes
school,
to-
And
Mr.
your
Judge.
spirit, and his spirit
I say-
is losing terrible. He said your ego is your spirit
He said he
going against your ego for the Super Bowl. Well, your spirit is losing. Your spirit is down 36-0. Well, no, 50-something nothing. Because that's his age, right? 50-something.
The children though, since we don't have a Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy here, we don't have that type of resources here in Murfreesboro. We just, when it comes to white teachers, that's kind of all we have.
We need to give them our time though. There's been research that shows if a black child
Wait, pause.
has a
You ain't
black
looking
man,
at the chat. Jaden say that nigga shirt jiggle when he move. It look like a lava lamp.
This nigga crazy. But the dude did bring up a good point. How is one school supposed to change the whole black community? One school is going to change the whole entire black community. You won't even change the people in the area of the school.
Bruh, that's like when Pharaoh said he was gonna put a daycare in every state. A pipe dream. A crack pipe dream.
Right.
Jelly.
in their face.
Don't even
for
bring
only an
Cheeto
hour.
up. This is not a political live stream. I don't even want to hear about that orange pass. He ain't orange no more. He's a shade of taupe now.
Yeah, lava lamp
I
with
guess
titties.
I guess they told him to stay out the tanning bed finally.
For a week.
Probably got radiation.
It can completely stop them from entering the school to prison pipeline, right?
Right.
So even if we don't
No, I can't unsee it.
have the school, we can at least start a book club
No, I
for 'em,
can't unsee
a
it.
rites of passage for them, an after school program for them. My issue with black men, we don't spend time with black boys.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go a step further because when I look at the internet and YouTube, right, everybody's talking about relationships.
Right.
Why aren't we talking about how to save our children? Even the
Nigga, wasn't you just on Drewski talking about relationships?
He was on Drewski talking about relationships.
Right. You just did a whole fucking series with Drewski on white women and dating black. You said
Which
I'm glad
which
you did
just proves my point. So breathe
that. I'm
in,
glad you did that.
breathe out.
Yeah, I know. I had to stop for a second and woo stop. But you talk about
Go ahead. Now we gonna let you do it.
Snow Bunny crisis and who's dating who, and then say, why aren't we talking about the children? Why aren't you talking about the children, nigga? You keep
He
worried
can't
about
talk about the children because he ain't got access to none, bruh.
Right.
But he can't tell you that. So let's talk about everything that we ain't supposed to be talking about when we supposed to talk about the children.
facts.
See how that works? So repeat your mantra.
Ubar full of shit. Ubar full of shit. Ubar full of shit.
Yes.
men, they out here giving relationship coaching. I'm
You
not
gotta
against
say it from
It's
the back
cool,
of your
right? I
throat.
do it sometimes, but I ain't heard you do one show on saving boys yet.
Yeah.
So you so worried about the vagina, What about the children that come from it? You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
How many
Oh my God. This is diabolical.
podcasts have you seen? Talk seriously on how to save our young people.
Not many.
Because you do know
How many times have we seen you do it? Not a lot. You've been worried about the what you call them, the crushing cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Where my mocha queens at? Your whole fucking speech is a roll call to all the women, all the vaginas. You don't talk nothing about kids and even school.
there's an African proverb that says, if the village doesn't take care of the children will burn the village to the ground.
Yeah.
And that's exactly
That's
what
why
they're
your
doing.
children out here acting a donkey.
Because the village, right? Well, we can apply that to your school.
He said the village because he know he can't say the parents
Right.
because he ain't in their lives.
Let's add that logic to a school. If you ain't doing what you're supposed to do with that school, the children are gonna burn that shit down. Or the
See,
black
now y'all
is
see.
gonna burn that shit down.
Now y'all see why I don't watch this BS when I'm off the YouTube clock. People think I'm crazy. I can't walk around in public talking about Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. Oh, this
Right. You be cussing at your phone the whole way. Motherfuckers looking at you like you crazy.
Look at all the elders
can't
being
do it.
robbed at the ATMs. You got 10 and 11-year-olds pulling out guns on great grandmoms.
Crazy.
You follow me? Because we don't take care of them.
Yeah.
What kid you know pulled out a gun on their granny?
a reform school for single moms.
Let me say you got young 10 and 11-year-olds pulling out guns on their granny. Let me have pulled a gun out of my grandmother. It'd be a shootout up in that. For real.
Look at all the elders being robbed at the ATMs. You got 10 and 11-year-olds pulling out guns on great grandmoms.
Crazy.
Follow me? Because we don't take care of them.
Yeah.
The elders have to. It
You
started
can't pause.
with the 70s and the 80s, because that's when the
Oh, my
so-called
God.
desegregation campaign really took sway.
I
Remember, King
wanna
is murdered in
fight
68.
him.
So there is no deseg in the 60s, right?
Right.
It's the 70s. Once white people start giving us proximity to whiteness, we lost our damn mind and forgot about our infrastructure as a people.
Yeah.
So there are no griots no more. There's no more grandparents to sit you down and tell you what life was like
That
before
ain't got
this.
shit to
You
do
see?
with white people.
And then when crack and AIDS
Brother,
hit, it
tipped
was
off
over.
again.
We are still suffering the collateral damage of crack and AIDS. All these ADHD kids, they are the children and the grandchildren of the crack era.
I ain't
Their
talking
mother
about
may have
that,
not been
Janie.
on drugs, but guess what? She was out in the streets chasing their father who was. You see that?
Yeah.
So we were all impacted by crack and AIDS. And you know what,
Yeah,
what
Nene.
crack did that really hurt us? It destroyed, it eroded.
The music led me right to you. A melody.
Lord, he
that
left
won't
us here
leave
with
my
the
mind.
commercials, Jesus. Michael, I can't press skip.
Trust
There
we
you
had
go.
with each other. When people started climbing into people's windows, stealing their television, and they live right next door. When people started stealing their children's sneakers off their feet in the street, you follow me? Remember, crack is hitting at the same time.
Pause.
Who the fuck stealing kids sneakers from children?
He talking about the crack era, but what he want to put all this stuff on Caucasians. Wait a minute, Caucasians ain't the one that said, "Don't you put a hand on my baby." How you supposed to correct somebody else's child and they want to fight you?
Right.
But you
And
can't let everybody put their hands on your child neither. So it was a valid point.
we're not even experiencing the effects of the crack era anymore.
Right.
He's living in
We
the past.
experiencing the meth era. The fit
dope
era.
The dope era, yeah. But he's living in the past. Like his mind is stuck in 1952 or the 60s.
That's because he stole somebody else shit from the 80s and the 90s. but from the
Right.
90s and the 2000s.
Right. You about 50 years too late, bro.
I can't never remember that man's name, but he stole that man whole book and sprinkled his own BS on it.
Upward mobility into the white world is taking off. So black people are saying, I ain't got to deal with this crack mess. I'm just going to go to a white college, get me a white degree, get me a white job, and get me a white mortgage in a white suburb. Leaving our children without any responsible role model.
What?
I don't know. I got lost in the white suburb.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What? Who the fuck did you mean the way you did that? Because you the only nigga I know who went to a white school.
Mukasa,
got a white
Africa. Yeah,
job.
Dr. Kanjufu, Mukasa, Maximum to put a link in the chat.
Is the wet red fish, two fish, one fish, blue fish.
Knick-knack, paddywhack. Give a
But
dog a bone.
he describing himself. He the only one that left the hood, went to a white school, got a white job that he got fired from. What are you talking about? Every job is damn near a white job. Well, how many jobs? What the fuck is? What's the
They ain't even white no more.
right? Like what is a white job?
The only reason why
Waterwick,
Drake and Kendrick are the role models.
oh God.
And I don't have a problem with Drake and Kendrick, but entertainers shouldn't be role models because y'all not going to fight for nothing.
I agree.
I like Kendrick, but he's not going to fight for nothing. Okay.
Oh, Kendrick,
How you know?
He doing with the same thing you doing.
Wait, Kendrick done won a Nobel Peace Prize. What have you done, Umar?
Right.
We didn't even go. Kendrick won a Nobel Peace Prize. That's all I need to say. If you don't believe me, go look it up.
Neither is Drake. But the reason they're the role models is because the doctors and the lawyers and the engineers and the pastors and the business owners, they all live in a white neighborhood.
Yeah. And
Wait a minute. So we supposed to go to school, get a good job, and move back to the hood?
Yeah, that's what he say. People tried that, and you know what happened? They got their shit shot up. They got their shit stole. Some of them lost their lives.
Right. That's the whole. So the mission is to get out of the hood. You want us to stay in the motherfucker?
Every black person's mission that's in the hood should be to get out of the hood. Y'all want to fight. You want to let the white folk come in and gentrify. Gentrify it your damn selves.
Right.
Come back, buy out the block and fix it. See how that work out for you.
Yeah, because, and I actually wrote this down in my book,
but still, the point
I wrote a book called To Be Human.
KK, thank you.
Yeah,
Hold on. I'll be right back.
And one of the things that I talked about is my uncle. He was a father figure to me. My father wasn't around. He dealt with alcohol and things like that as I was growing up. My uncle was around. He was one of the people that I looked to, and he was a crack addict.
Yo, this dude is glazing so fucking hard. Any struggle that Umar brings up, this nigga suddenly got a story for it. Oh yeah, I experienced that and this, that. Come on, my nigga. You just glazing. Every fucking struggle that Umar brought up, you told a story that somehow relates to it. You glazing like a motherfucker.
And I wrote in the book about how ultimately that impacted me in the way that I seen men. It made me more defiant towards older men and things like that. And luckily, and I don't know how you feel about this, I found the military. And that helped me in a lot of ways to reestablish my structure.
That structure, identity.
Because I did.
Yeah, she ain't here getting on my nerves, Dr. Nene.
did see black men in leadership positions in the military that were able to correct me.
And in
Umar fat. Come on.
Lord have mercy.
Say Umar fat.
See, they don't sing the first part. They be singing the last part.
Fat. Go ahead, say it. Y'all heard him? Umar fat. Mama.
They be singing at the top of their lungs till you bring them to the mic, then they get shy.
Yeah. Sitting in the background, my mama. As soon as I put her up to the mic, she want to get shot.
Kid, man.
You shut up. You shut up. You butt stink. You butt stink. You butt stink.
The hood, unfortunately, since most black successful men are not in it, the people who are in leadership sometimes tend to be the brothers not doing the best things.
100%.
And so you emulate them because they all you got.
Yeah.
You're either in the inner city black community or any black community that's predominantly black. The children have to get their role models from the television or from the criminals.
I want to ask you, so we hear, and we were talking about music, but we hear this in music and in interviews all the time where black people say we need to be more unified or organized like the Jews. Is that fair considering that we had 300 years of oppression versus 5 years of a Holocaust?
What the fuck that got to do with it? That makes it even worse.
Nah. See, no. No.
That makes it even worse. That means that they can they can group together within a 5-year struggle, and 300 years later, we still ain't doing shit. That makes it sound even worse. Yeah.
Here they go again.
You can't compare the two. You can't compare the two. Because through Zionism, they will never struggle. You follow me? They will never struggle. They control this country.
Right.
Right? And they have a country to call their own Israel.
Absolutely.
That was made specifically for them, which was their reparations. Because you have very few people who survived the Holocaust who's still alive. So the people living in Israel now are not Holocaust survivors.
Right.
These are the descendants of Holocaust survivors. So you can't tell black freedmen that you don't have a right to reparations because you yourself was not in chains.
Well, who the fuck is these black freemen he talking about?
But wait a minute. The descendants that are in that location were born there.
Right. And who the fuck is I've been trying to figure out this whole goddamn interview. Who is these black freemen that he talking about? Nigga, slavery was abolished 100 and something years, 60 years ago. We don't call ourselves that anymore.
That's what they was called right after slavery.
What the this nigga just knocked us back in the slavery.
He plagiarizing without even updating. Umar, idiot.
Right.
Along with being full of shit.
Right.
Got Israelis who were not in the Holocaust and they still got the benefit of Israel. But you can't compare the two. They helped enslave us. They built the ships. They built the banks. They started the insurance firms that insured us.
Yeah.
I think that's bullshit because the original Jewish people were niggas. What the fuck is you talking about? Go to Ethiopia. Niggas.
I'm finna go to another laundromat, so I'm finna drop down for now because Umar making my eye twitch. I can't do it.
All right.
I'll be back.
All right.
All right.
They were some of the biggest enslavers. The Secretary of War for the Confederacy, if I'm not mistaken, he owned like 200 blacks and he was a Jew. It was all through this. They used to sell us in synagogues, right on the front steps, right? So you can't compare the two because we never participated in their Holocaust, but we did help to save them.
Yeah.
There were black men in World War II who helped liberate European Jews from some of the most notorious, risking their life, some of the most notorious concentration camps. They never get a thank you, right? Yeah. Don't forget Israel.
So wait, you just said you can't compare the two, meaning they both the same type of struggle, and then demonize the Jewish people. How come you don't mention the black folks that owned other black folks, that owned slaves? It was this one slave owner that was just as brutal as the white folks was. How come you never bring them up?
Supported South Africa during the apartheid boycott. They were still sending them weapons. They were still sending them money. Look what just happened the other day at the United Nations when President John Mahama of Ghana, who's my president because I'm a Ghanaian citizen, He finally got the United Nations to recognize our enslavement as the greatest crime.
You have a dual citizenship, because so he's your president. So Trump ain't your president in the land that you were born in. This nigga is all the way grifting
Against humanity, right? Mm-hmm. Look who voted against it. Argentina, who had a blockamiento whitewash campaign years ago. United States and Israel. You want black people to cry tears for.
Yeah, wait. When did the Jewish people build the ships for the slavery? Wasn't it Arabs that started all that shit? Wasn't it Islam that started the slave trade?
Yeah, Holocaust. And you voted against our slavery being recognized on international court, right? So you can't compare the two.
Yeah.
They have never been through what we've been through, and they have helped participate in what we've been through.
So how do you feel when you see like our
So when they was in Egypt and they were slaves, we didn't do it to them, or those all just black folks too? The Hebrews, the original Hebrews, they say they were black. Well, I mean, it was in Africa, so yeah, I can't count that. But still, that's still considered Jewish people.
artists and rappers, that their approach, they want to they think we should be together, and through them or emulate them, we can have.
We don't need to emulate them. We had unity before them. You follow me? We don't need to emulate nobody. We are the original creators of culture. We built the first civilizations. We don't need to emulate anyone. We need to practice saying Kofa, go back and get.
Everyone emulates us. That's the way it is. We set the fashion tones. We set the music tones, the entertainment. Everybody wants to be like us. What are you talking about?
What we lost. We don't need to copy nobody. Everybody.
And then how can you preach unity and how black folks need to stick together and this, that, and the third, but you ain't got nothing to say to your African brothers who can't fucking stand us? Why ain't you got nothing to say about that ever neither? Them niggas don't like us. You expect us to integrate with a bunch of motherfuckers that hate us, that think we're lazy, think we spoil our opportunities. Why ain't you ever got nothing to say about that?
Copying us.
Yeah, I agree.
Most of what's in the Torah was copied from African culture, right? So no, we don't need to imitate nobody.
I want to ask you, how are immigrants able to outpace Black Americans economically?
Wait, he just contradicted himself. Y'all didn't catch that? He said we as black folks don't need to imitate nobody, and we don't. But in the beginning of this video, he literally said self-hate was engineered, and we're at a state where we want to be like the white man. Y'all don't remember him saying that at the very beginning of this video? He just contradicted himself. One hand, he's saying, oh, the black man's been engineered to self-hate themselves, and they want to be like the white man. You go to a white school, get a white job, move to the white neighborhoods. But then turn around and say we don't emulate nobody and we don't need to. The fuck is he talking about?
The reason immigrants are able to outpace Black Americans economically, two things. Number one, they have cultural unity. We don't.
Okay.
They stick together. A Chinese will see another Chinese, he gonna help him. He ain't got to know him.
Yeah.
A Mexican gonna help another Mexican. A Jew gonna help another Jew. A black person won't help his brother.
Yeah.
And neither would the Africans help us either. What the fuck is you talking about? How many ships and canoes did they send over here to help us when they were enslaving us? When they come over here, they hate us. So how can you shift that unity bullshit onto us when you're trying to integrate us with Africans and the Africans don't even like us? He's just a walking contradiction. He's just saying whatever right now. I think at this point, he's just saying whatever he can just to sound smart, but it's really coming out dumb. Yeah, Umar, let me. Oh, Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. Umar full of shit. Oh, she over here snoring.
See,
Yeah.
that's one.
Snoring like she got a
We
job.
don't care about the group. We are a collection of radical individuals. No unity. That's one. You need cultural connectivity in order to build power.
Well, go tell that shit to them African immigrants that don't like us. Don't tell that shit to us. Tell that shit to them too. You gonna point the finger? It's the same. It's like double standards for when it comes to Marcus Garvey, Malcolm. And Frederick Douglass. You got double standards. And when it comes to the African folks, double the actual African people that's from Africa, double standards. They got unity, but they don't want to. But they hate us. You ain't got nothing to say about that, but you praise them for their unity. But you want us to integrate with them, hold hands and kumbaya, and these motherfuckers don't like us. And you ain't got nothing to say about that. You don't preach on that. Why ain't they getting put in the book of Negroes? Why ain't them African niggas that hate us getting put in the book of Negroes? I'm not saying all of them do, because I got a lot of African friends, whole bunch of them. But there are some that their parents don't fucking like. They might fuck with me, but their parents don't. They don't like black people at all.
Power is the gate around your culture. You keep it to yourself. So that's number one. No unity.
What do you and how you gonna say we created our own culture? We don't want to be a part of that African culture because we have our own that we created.
Can't build power without unity. No loyalty. Number two, they can get financing. They can go into any bank in America and get a loan.
Yeah.
East Indians, Arabs, Chinese, Jews, Latinos, we can't. Nobody wants to see black people rise, which is why I'm so disappointed that for the past
Indoctrination.
30, 40 years, we pushed the narrative of multiculturalism. Multiculturalism means we all together.
Right.
Since
They let some Africans talk about that fake school. They going straight to the book of Negroes. Yeah, that's a good point, Jada. You can talk all the shit then, hate the black folks over here, but you say something about that school, you going to the book of Negroes. Why ain't them Africans going in the book of Negroes that go against the black folks over here? Because they ain't say nothing bad about the school. That's a good point, Jada.
win. Nobody likes us, but we keep on speaking for everybody. Even with, look at what just happened with Jasmine Crockett. She fought hard for the immigrants, and they went to the election polls and voted for a white man.
Yep.
Look at that. They do not like you. You will never be.
All the candidates were white. The fuck is he talking about? What the fuck is he talking about? Yeah, she was a doofus for trying to stick up for motherfuckers that don't stick up for us. I get that part, but every candidate on the goddamn ballot was white. What the fuck is he talking about? Oh yeah, we got 45 people under there. I forgot to check them likes. Hit the like button, family. And don't forget to subscribe to the backup channel. If you have not subscribed to the backup channel, definitely go over there to subscribe. The link is in the chat. I'm trying to get that monetized. So I have 2 monetized channels. So if you have not subscribed to the backup channel, just in case something happened to this one, you don't want to be looking for me all over again. Subscribe to that backup channel and hit the like button.
Repaid for the
God damn, this baby over here snoring like she got a full-time job.
good you do to an immigrant. And I'm not talking about the black ones. I'm talking about all the non-black ones. You will never be repaid for the good you do for an immigrant. People don't come to America to be grouped with blacks. They come to.
That's bullshit. I know plenty of immigrants that I looked at. I broke my fucking arm fighting for an immigrant that was being bullied. And he's been a close friend ever since. I call him up if I need something, and he got it. He'll look out. What are you talking about? I'm living proof of that. I shattered my whole fucking arm for it.
America to replace blacks. Because America has already made it clear to the world, we don't like these people and we don't want these people. If you're black in America and you think America tells the world they care about you, you're insane.
Yeah.
You are insane. If you live in any country and turn on the news,
KK,
you know America can't stand blacks.
Yeah.
You right.
I agree. And
Even when we've been at war, Vietnam, Kuwait, Iraq, even now with the Iranian thing, sometimes they don't even want to shoot black soldiers because they know you're fighting for a country who made you come here.
yeah.
You follow? In Vietnam, I have
Bro, you full of shit. My dad was over there, and they tried to kill him, unalive him every chance they got. Yes, it's true that they don't take black hostages. They don't take black hostages, but that's because they know ain't nobody coming for them. They'll come for the white hostage, but you host niggas hostages. You must consider them niggas gone. But they'll go over there for a little white girl. But my father was in Iraq. He did 3 years over there. Fuck is you talking about? And they try to unalive him every chance that he got, that they got. And I'm pretty sure some soldiers in the chat that served over there. Kakalaka, didn't you serve over there? Them niggas try to kill you, right? He said they won't shoot it. What? They shooting anybody who was wearing an American uniform. What you talking about?
the Iranian thing. Sometimes they don't even want to shoot black soldiers because they know you're fighting for a country who made you come here.
Yeah.
Yo, he definitely just made that up. He totally made that up. Yeah, you definitely made that shit up. Them motherfuckers is trying to shoot. You don't think it was no black folks in that building that they blew? Well, no, that was us that did that. I don't want to get into that. That's a whole conspiracy. But they was trying to. What are you talking about? How many black soldiers I know that came back from there with PTSD?
You follow? In Vietnam, I have an elder who was in Vietnam, right? One of my closest elders. He said them Vietnamese would come up to us and say, "Why y'all even here?"
Yeah. Yeah.
You full of shit. You full of shit. Cause I have my uncle Choppy was in the war. He shot himself on purpose so he can get sent back home. That's a long story, but he said when he jumped off the chopper, all 10 niggas that jumped off before him got hit. And they was trying to kill him too. And he shot himself and jumped back on the motherfucking joint. They said he tried to jump back on the copter. He was like, "Nah, soldier, you're not injured." He pulled out his sidearm, popped himself in the leg, and said, "Now I am," and hopped back on the chopper. My bad, y'all. Goddamn kids. 3 black soldiers was unalived in 2023. One was from the city I live in now, so he's a liar. Right. Vietnam, them motherfuckers are trying to kill anybody. Iraq, what are you talking about? If that was the case and them motherfuckers wasn't trying to unalive black soldiers, don't you think they would have just sent black soldiers in there to create ambushes? Don't you think America would have picked up on that? Wait, they not shooting our black soldiers. Let's put them on the front line and have the white soldiers infiltrate and steal. Like, come on, bro. You know how good of a strategy that would be? Oh, they not shooting the black guys. Oh, let's put them out there. What are you talking about? Shit. Teresa Jackson, peace and welcome. She said, I pray you're not believing that bullshit that's coming out of his nasty ass mouth. No, we don't believe a word this man says.
The whole world knows white America don't like you. But guess what? On July 4th, 2026, I promise you there will be black people in downtown Philadelphia celebrating America's 250th birthday.
Oh, yeah.
I promise you it will be black people packed in my birth city to celebrate America's 250th birthday this year.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will be. Just like we go to the Spanish parade, we go to the Jamaican parade. We do all that. Now, yes, we will. What the fuck? Why aren't we celebrating? This is the country, the land I was born in. Now, what happened in the past is very sad. It's very tragic. But I'm not going to live my life dwelling on some shit that happened 160 years ago. That's how you never move forward. And that's why the black community, you can't be a leader and lead us forward into anything because you're still stuck in 160 something years ago. You'll never be able to move the black community forward because you're stuck in Jim Crow and slavery. Why the fuck can't we celebrate the birthday of the country that we were born in? He said, Max said, see how long this interview is? It's obvious he's hungry. That's why he's saying anything. Umar creates a historical fiction to feed his delusion. That is so true. A little truth and a lot of lies. That is so fucking true right there. That is very true. Very, very true. That shit is crazy. He definitely just comes up with his own historical fiction and just that there's always some truth in a lie.
Even with Donald Trump in the United States voting down slavery as the worst crime against humanity. And you know what? I don't hear too many black elected officials saying much about it either.
Yeah.
The fuck they gonna tell? What is them saying anything gonna change? What is them saying something gonna change anything? It's not gonna change nothing because at the end of the day, the vote goes to the Congress or Trump. So what's the point of wasting their fucking breath? Right, black people built this country, but we ain't got a reason to be proud of it. We in a great, we even though our time, our beginning in this country was very tragic. It was very terrible. We are not in that state anymore, and I think if a slave could jump into the future from the past and see how far we've come, I think they would be. I'm pretty sure they would want to switch places with us. I'm pretty sure if a slave had a chance to switch places with me, he would. You act like we ain't making no progress. We're a lot freer than we were when we first got to this country. And like we said again, we built this shit. The designs for this country came from us.
Yeah.
I don't vote unless you can give me a good answer to 4 questions. Number 1, were you given any non-black money to run this race? Okay. If you financed by non-blacks, I don't vote for you because you're not free. Mm-hmm. The hand that pays is the hand that rules. I only vote for candidates who are independently financed. Mm-hmm. I only vote for candidates who do not belong to either of the major parties. Mm-hmm. You must be independent.
Right.
If
that basically, nigga, just say you don't vote. Because every stipulation you gave is impossible for a politician to run. What? How many politicians you know that self what's the word I'm looking for? Self funded. Shit, even Donald Trump a billionaire. He even got some sponsors and shit. What are you talking about? Every politician is funded from somewhere else. That's how they work. And then you say you can't be a part of none of the parties. How many fucking candidates do you know that ain't a part of any of the parties? That's just a waste of a vote. Just say you don't vote, nigga, because you're giving up impossible stipulations to why you not going to vote. Shut the bro. You this motherfucker.
You Democrat, Republican, you pushing a agenda, and it's not black. You follow me? Mm-hmm. So who funding you? Who team you on?
Yeah.
What are you going to do about gentrification in the black community?
Yeah. Yeah.
Next question. What are you going to do about economic empowerment in the black community? We need access to capital so we can build major institutions and infrastructure, right? We can't do that off of hot dogs and water ice. Mm-hmm. What you going to do to give black people opportunity to get a line of credit? Mm-hmm. If you're not expanding access to wealth for black people, you're not helping us.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We're not getting any more rights. Mm-hmm. We never had none anyway. Mm-hmm. But we allowed them to push a narrative that said they did everything for us when they elected Barack Obama. Yeah. See, Barack Obama was a distraction to get black people to give America some positive PR. The 8 years of Obama was 8 years of positive public relations and propaganda by black America for the U.S. government.
Yeah.
We made the government look good because Obama was in office. Mm-hmm. And soon when he got out, it was over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trump came and cut you, and then Biden replaced him, and he cut you.
Yeah.
Look, both one Democrat, one Republican. Mm-hmm. What did either one of them do for black people? Not a damn thing. So can't no Roland Martin, Al Sharpton, or nobody else come to me talking about you got to vote for a Democrat. I don't vote for nobody unless they standing for my people.
Yeah. Yeah.
A politician cannot stand for one individual group of people. Why would nobody's going to vote for a politician? Just like Barack Obama, he couldn't mention the black community at all, because the second that he did, motherfuckers is going to try to say that he's only doing stuff for black people. No politician in today's time, maybe back in when it started, but no politician in today's time can just stand for one particular people. No one will vote for him, but those people might vote for him, but you need everybody's vote. So no politician on the planet is going to focus on one race or one type of people. Now, I mean, Donald Trump got away with it, but that was talking about deporting these motherfuckers, setting up borders, building a wall. But you can't just be a politician. I can't run for president and say, I'm going to do right by black people. I'm going to make sure black people is good and not do anything and not say anything about what I'm going to do for the rest of the country. You can't do that. And his dumb ass should know that. Right, but we already know what happened to MLK. They smothered his ass in the hospital.
So do you feel like Obama was anti-black?
Of course he was. What did Obama do for black people? You know, he didn't even support reparations, you know. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this is a big problem I had with the FBA ADOS too. Mm-hmm. They said nothing at that time. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The people who now
So Obama was anti-black because he didn't do anything directly for black people. I don't think he knows how politics work. Why the fuck are we listening to him about politics anyway? Why are you even asking him any questions about politics? This nigga is that's not even his field of education. Again, why are we asking a nigga that isn't a politician about politics? Because what he's saying makes no fucking sense. There's no politician on the face of earth that could just say, I'm going to do for one people.
Present them groups. Y'all didn't say a damn word about Barack Obama not supporting reparations when he was in office for 8 years. Why did y'all march on Obama? If reparations is that important, why did y'all not march on Obama? Nobody black did anything about Barack Obama ignoring us. Nobody.
Yeah. Do you think it's the
He didn't ignore us. He just couldn't directly. He didn't ignore black people. He just couldn't directly do anything for us because it would have fucked up his whole term. Said, I hope y'all watching that Nature Boy documentary paid close attention to how he handled the people who he conned into a cult and the place where he could have took sure advantage of. Oh yeah, we were talking about that. I don't have Netflix right now, but I'm pretty sure I'll see it soon. But we already know the Nature Boy story. We were covering it while he was doing it. So I don't think it's nothing there on that documentary that we won't know. But I will check it out.
mentality that we were all taught by our grandmothers, where it's don't act up in front of these white people? Do you think it's that mentality that we've always had that prevented us from holding him accountable? Obama, I mean.
That may be true, but that is completely.
What are we holding him accountable for? For not directly doing something for black folks? That's what we're supposed to hold him accountable for? If you voted for Obama thinking that he was just going to directly do something for black folks, you were a fucking fool. And I knew that at the time, and I was only like 18, 19 when Obama was president. No, I was in my early 20s. When Obama was president. And I knew that he couldn't directly do anything for black folks. So if you voted for any politician thinking that they're going to just do something for one set of people, you're a fucking fool. Or you should not vote at all. Yeah, everything that they did, everything that Obama tried to do, Congress shot down. Everything that this man tried to do, they vetoed and tried to, I think that's the proper term for it. Vetoed, I guess that's the word. They blocked it. Everything this man tried to do, they blocked it. Whether it was for white folks, black folks, anything that this man tried to do, they blocked it. As soon as Trump got into office, he undid everything that Obama did. Obamacare saves thousands of lives. That includes black folks. Thank you. Just period. He can't come outright and say, I'm going to do stuff such and such for the black community. He can't do that. As a politician, they expect you to be fair all around to everyone. That's the expectation. We know that's not what's really going to happen, but the expectation is for you to do for everyone. Double O, what's up? And shit, don't forget about the Obama phones. You ain't think that shit was for black folks? How many white folks you know that got the Obama phone?
That is completely irresponsible. First of all, everything you do under the eyes of white folks.
Yeah.
Obama belonged to them. He's the president of the United States. He's not coming into your house. He ain't coming to your community center. If you're going to hold him accountable, you're going to have to do it in front of white folks.
Yeah.
What do you care about more, Barack Obama's peace or your progress?
Yeah, no, I agree. I think we should have held him accountable.
We should have. And Al Sharpton.
Hold him accountable for what?
Barack Obama owe Al Sharpton his life. Al Sharpton did a damn good job making sure black people did not hold Barack Obama accountable, which is why I could never consider that man no type of leader at all.
Yeah.
He was.
Well, I think he's a better leader than you. Well, I can't say he didn't scam. Did Al Sharpton scam anybody, or he just opened up the church?
You know, Al Sharpton met with Barack Obama more than any president in American history has ever met with a so-called leader. He met with
So what you're saying is Barack Obama was willing to hear out a black leader because you just said he met with him more than any president has met with any other leader, which is probably some shit that he just made up. But let's say that is true. That means he was willing to hear out the black people's pleas.
Obama more than King met with LBJ and ain't bring you nothing.
Nothing. Nothing. Nothing. So how with the next candidate, how can we hold them accountable? What
You
do we
wouldn't
need
have
to
to.
do?
You got to organize under a black vote.
Yeah.
You got to organize under a black vote. They got to know that black people ain't playing. Your agenda better be black, or you do not get one vote from us. That is the only way we win now.
Right. Right.
No, that's the only way you're gonna fucking lose. Hold on. Let me get this straight. You believe that if a black president, a black candidate comes along and openly says his agenda is strictly black, he's gonna get voted for? He's gonna win the vote? He can't believe that. You just full of shit, my man. You're full of shit. Right, he definitely did go to that black church. He used to go to. He went to a lot of black places. He's just making this shit up. He really believes that if a black candidate comes along and openly says that my only mission is to help the black community, they gonna blow his head off on stage. The fuck are you talking about, dog? That'd be the dumbest thing a candidate could do.
That is the only way we win now.
Do you feel like would you ever consider getting in politics or being in a political
I would
position?
never run. I would never run. I'll help organize people to use their power, right? Political power.
No, what you would do is help scam. That's what you would do. You'd be penny pinching out of the campaign money. That's all you gonna help. You're gonna help yourself penny pinch out of that campaign money. That's all you gonna do. You ain't gonna organize shit. You can't even organize people today. How you gonna organize something? You can't even organize a fucking school. Y'all hear this nigga? We supposed to believe that you can organize a whole campaign and rally people, but you can't even organize the school? Right, right, KK 008. He would definitely be jealous of the candidate because he wants to be that person. Yeah, Jay, you stupid.
But I'm not running. I have no interest in representing this country on any level in any office.
Yeah. I seen something where you said
Good, because you wouldn't even get a vote. I think you ain't running because you'd be disappointed that the black community ain't fucking with you the way, the way you want them to.
that you won't date you won't date or have sex with a woman who has sex with a non-black man.
Right. And I did relax it for a while. There was a time where I said, you know,
Wait, so if let me get this straight. So if a woman you're interested in previously dated a non-black person. You what? Oh man, his standards are fucking retarded. That's just stupid. So I'm not gonna date a woman because she dated a white man or a Puerto Rican man before me. What type of sense does that make?
What?
You're one sentence away from launching your website with base 4.
You can't.
That's pure. Well, you no different than white folks when the white lady was sneaking off with the black niggas. You nigger lover. Remember they used to call them nigger lovers. You fucking nigger lover. You sound like that. You sound like one of them Italians. Can you imagine? You come home and the big fucking black guy is drilling your wife. Oh! Bro, you sound just as racist as the white folks, bro. That's pure racism. Or prejudice. Discrimination. Who does that? I don't want to date you because you dated a white man 17 years ago. I don't want to date you because you dated a Puerto Rican 30 years ago.
Fault people for the mistakes they made before they became conscious.
That's what I was thinking.
So I can date black women who dated out the race, but it's getting so bad again, bro. I'm back to my principles. If a black woman has opened her legs for a man of another race, I don't want to go in between her legs.
Yeah. We see, okay, black men, we tend to get a lot of, pushback or grief for dating non-black women, right? But why don't
we should? Because it's irresponsible.
Absolutely. But my question is, why don't people like Kamala Harris or Candace Owens get?
He said it's getting so bad. I'm not seeing a lot of mixed race couples. I mean, I think it's about the same. I don't think that anything has changed.
That same pushback.
Well, I don't think Kamala Harris is black. First of all, she's an East Indian whose parents just so happened to live in Jamaica.
Yeah.
There were some of the East Indians that the British brought over there to serve as a buffer between blacks. And they was able to hide under the I'm Jamaican, because that's what they do. East Indians go to Africa and they'll say I'm African, go to Caribbean, say I'm Jamaican, I'm Haitian. You're an East Indian living in Jamaica, right?
Nigga, projection. You went to Ghana claiming that you African. You born and raised in America, motherfucker. So we can say the same thing about you. No, you're not African. You are fucking American. Living in Africa. Or trying to live in Africa. We can say the same thing about you. So how is it not possible for them to be moved to a country and say that that's their nationality? But it's but you could do it though. But you can do it though. Claim that you African. When you was born and raised in North Philadelphia, PA, United States of America. This is just dumb. Ali Antar, Allah servant, peace and welcome to the channel. Say if a black woman is with a non-black man, that's not racist. Her womb should be respected, especially. No, what he said was if he wouldn't date a black woman that has dated outside of her race. That's racist. And it's discriminatory. Yeah, we know Kamala Harris ain't black. But how can he say that about her when this nigga is from America but claiming that he's African. His grandfather is fucking Cuban. A white Cuban. So how can he do that, but she can't? That's my point.
But because we strung out on multiculturalism, we'll let them call themselves Jamaica.
Right.
I saw a video of a Chinese woman talking about how she's a Jamaican.
Yeah.
I could never go to China and say I'm Chinese.
Right. Yeah.
I don't care how long I live in China, I would never be able to say I'm Chinese. But the Chinese woman could go to Jamaica and say she's Jamaican.
Yeah. Crazy.
But
So we don't got black folks in Italy calling themselves Italian. We ain't got Africans in Italy calling themselves Italian. We don't got Africans in London calling themselves English. The fuck are you talking about? You know how many black Chinese people there? Niggas is blacker than black over there. They just only show you the light skinned ones. The white skinned ones. The motherfuckers is niggas over there. Hell, whole afros. I remember when Tariq Nasheed put up the one video where he found the one dark nigga in there. He thought he was black. And he's like, no, I Chinese. No, I Chinese.
to your point, black women should be held accountable as well. My only caveat to that is black women do not bunny hop as much as black men.
Yeah.
Black women do not bunny hop as much as black men, number one. And number two,
You full of shit. I think they bunny hop just about the same. I've seen plenty of black women with white dudes, and I got plenty of uncles that love white women.
and this is no excuse, it's just a reality because I don't condone it. If we valued our women more, and if we stopped bunny hopping as much as we do, they wouldn't have to.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying? They don't have a lot of options. Black women do not have a lot of options, man. They have to wait on us to choose them. And if we're not choosing them, sometimes they got to look outside, even though I don't condone it, because you can go get a brother from another country. You don't have to go to your oppressor. So it's not acceptable, but I do.
Go get a brother. Like everybody got money to go hop on a plane and go find a man or a woman, a husband or a wife in another country. Everybody just got money to just hop on a plane and go to another country and find their spouse. Oh my God.
Understand, given the way at which we have publicly devalued them on social media, why some black women think they'll never have a chance.
Yeah. Something that I've seen in recent interviews.
We publicly devalued them, or did they publicly devalue themselves? Because we ain't telling them motherfuckers to be on Instagram shaking that ass. We ain't telling them to start them OnlyFans. The fuck are you talking about? That's something that they came up with on their own. I ain't saying I don't like it, but we didn't tell them to do that.
Views, or just listening to you speak on your social medias is where you speak about the importance of black men having sexual discipline, in a sense, and that really
We got to.
Yeah.
Here we
We
go.
can't have any more broken homes. And by broken homes, I don't just mean a man.
Sexual discipline, in a sense, and that really
You got to.
Yeah.
We can't have any more broken homes.
Did this nigga really just say what I think he just said? We can't have any more broken homes. Says the nigga that created 3 broken homes. You even broke up a home, sleeping with somebody's wife. Oh man, this dude is diabolical. You do not get no more diabolical than this. Seriously. Right, all his homes are broken. You created 3 broken homes, and then you broke a home, sleeping with somebody's wife. This was the last person you should ask that question about sexual discipline. He's the last person on earth that needs to be asked that question.
And by broken homes, I don't just mean a man made a baby and left.
Right.
Because I didn't. But a broken home can result from a woman who got pregnant with her own expectation that you didn't approve of, that she was going to get married because of it, right?
Right.
And so because I didn't.
See, I knew it. He's making an excuse for what for he made an excuse for why he left 3 broken homes. Nobody want to hear that shit. Neither one of your baby mamas have ever admitted to saying that they wanted to marry. And that's your same excuse for all 3 women. Oh, they wanted to get married, but I didn't. You said that about all 3 of your baby moms, Lene, the stripper, the conscious stripper. All these women just want to get married and you don't want to, and that's why you broke. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. It's always the women, right? It's always the woman's fault. It's one thing. I can see you saying one baby mama, but all 3 of them, get the fuck out of here, bro. Or, well, we don't even know who the other one is, the last one is. But the first 2, come on, man. They didn't want nothing to do with you. That's why you doxed her. You doxed the first mom, the oldest daughter mom, restaurant, you doxed her because she didn't want nothing to do with you. His eyes are brown because he's full of shit. I agree with that.
And left.
Right.
Because I didn't. But a broken home can result from a woman who got pregnant with her own expectation that you didn't approve of, that she was going to get married because of it, right?
Right.
And so because I didn't marry the mothers of my children, they excluded me from their lives. That was their punishment.
Bro, you full of shit, bro. I don't know no woman in Philly that wants to get married just because y'all had a baby. That's unheard of out here. That's totally unheard of out here. So he found the only 2 women in Philly that had a baby and decided I want them to get married. How does that? What are the odds of that happening? Twice. What are the odds of that happening twice? Woman has a baby and she figured I'm gonna have the baby so we can get married. Bro, that is the lamest excuse I've ever heard in my life. That's just ridiculous that you're 50 years old and you're still trying to claim that shit.
They sacrificed our daughter's well-being to get revenge against me and other black men because we didn't marry them when we never signed up for that. Right?
Then why would the judge rule that you need supervised visitations? They're not going to do that unless you have done something to deserve it. They're not just going to put restraining orders and supervised visitations on a man that just simply didn't want to marry her. She had to have some type of proof of evidence that you are unfit to supervise to be around your child unsupervised. She would have to prove that, and she did. And I don't think it was because she wanted to marry you and you didn't want to. We tired of he uses the same excuses over and over again. It's always the woman's fault.
Right. So you have to be careful because these women will cut you out of your child's life. They do not care if their children don't have a father. You follow me? Women do it all the time. And they're just because remember, a lot of them didn't have a father.
Right.
So as far as they're concerned, I made it without a dad. Why do she need one? It's selfish, right? It's very selfish. We know how important a father is, especially to a girl.
Right.
But they don't care. They will cut them out. And guess what?
You know how I can tell that he's lying? This is how I can tell when Umar's lying. He puts his hands on his thighs and his legs start moving. You can see that he's getting uncomfortable because he's lying. First, he's talking like this. When he's in his preacher mode, his hands is everywhere. When he's in his little preacher mode, but when he gets to talking about his baby mom, his hands go down to his thighs. He start rubbing his thighs and jiggling in his legs. That means you're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable because you know you're fucking lying. He's been talking with his hands the whole time. As soon as he came to his baby mama, and his hands went right down there, and he started shaking his legs. That means you fucking lying, nigga. Everybody got a tick when they lie, and that's his.
And I had to learn this the hard way. The grandmothers will help them do it.
Yeah.
I thought the grandmothers were going to be these wise old women who say, no, you decided to get pregnant. You're not going to stop my granddaughter from having a relationship with her father. We're not doing that. They didn't do that. They stood with their daughters 10 toes down. You want to cut them out?
They must have. So wait, you mean to tell me that both baby mamas only had the baby because they thought that you were going to get married to him and you didn't want to, so they punished you for not wanting to marry him. And then both of their mothers took their side and stood 10 toes. What are the fucking odds of that? I think there are very little odds that both grandmothers, they obviously both found you to be unfit. Two baby mamas in a row and two grandmothers in a row just up and decide to say, no, you can't see the baby. You did something that made them feel that way. And it damn sure wasn't not marrying them. Most fucking women in Philly don't even want to get married. So for you to say that, oh, she had a baby because she thought I was going to marry her is totally ridiculous. I don't know no woman in Philly that want to get married, actually. Unless they Muslim. Right. This dude is an idiot. Yeah, the dude that's interviewing him is a straight up idiot.
Let's cut him out because he was wrong.
Yeah.
What about the daughter? She don't matter. It's all about you.
Yeah.
So we have to, you got toxic women and toxic men out here. And we just have to be careful, man. I would love to have another child. I would love to have a son. But I'm very concerned because I see we live in the get rich.
That's why God Almighty gave you two daughters. Motherfuckers do. Usually womenizers only get daughters. That's like a punishment from the universe. You treat women bad, you're narcissistic, and you're a womanizer. So when you have kids, you're gonna have a bunch of girls. Oh yeah, definitely get those likes up, family. Hit the like button. We got 52 people in the chat. 30 likes. Get those likes up for me. Right. You can tell he's uncomfortable talking about it.
Get child support. You know, women will do anything they can to get $1 out of you. And men will do the same, right? It's both sides. The women ain't no better than the men. The men ain't no better than the women. And I'm just like, do I really want to take a chance of going through what I've been through a third time? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that you believe that you will have to go through it again lets me know that it was you. It wasn't them, it was you. You don't want to go through it again because you know how you are and you know that's what's going to happen. That's why you don't want to go through it again, because you, in your back of your mind, you know who you are and what you're about, and you know that that's the way it's going to end up. Who would not want to? If first of all, you need to start by being in your daughter's life, period, because there's no excuse for you not being in their life now because they're both adults. So what's your excuse now? Your daughter publicly reached out to you, having mental breakdowns. You did nothing. So I'm supposed to believe that they kept you from your child because you didn't want to get married, when we watched you ignore your daughter have a public mental breakdown, crying out for you. No, these women knew what type of person you were. They knew you weren't a father figure. They knew you were a terrible father, and they didn't want their kids to grow up with with your fucking venom, with your toxicity. Like both of your daughters are adults. We don't see you in any of their lives. They in their 20s now, and you still blaming the mothers for not wanting to marry you. Well, the mother can't hold you back anymore. And you still ain't did shit for your daughters.
So I'm a much more popular, much more bigger, much more successful person now than I was then. You know, I was not quote unquote Dr. Umar when my two daughters were born. You know what I mean? I got my doctorate after the births. You know what I mean? So I'm like, can I really trust a sister, an American African sister, to just do me right and not have my business all in the street and not be going?
So now what you're saying is you don't trust African American women. You just want to fuck them. That's all. You just want to fuck them. That's basically what you're saying right now. Because every time you're doing live streams alone, you doing a roll call. Where my mocha queens at? Where my chocolate queens at? Where my caramel queens at? You just want to fuck them and take their money. And this is how you feel about y'all women in America. He can't have a baby with you, but he can definitely accept your money to fund his school. Fucking dummies. Any woman that falls for him is a fucking idiot. You dopey from the seven dwarfs. Dopey dope. That's just diabolical. He basically telling you he don't want y'all. He just want to fuck y'all. He ain't planning on starting no family yet. And these niggas in his 50s. And you motherfuckers keep falling for the whole marriage thing. This nigga ain't getting married. This nigga's 50 something. Them years are over.
Behind my back and, you know, support my work and not telling all our business to their family. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard, man. We don't have the Betty Shabazz and the Coretta Kings and the Amy Garveys and the Anna Douglases. We don't have them no more. You know, we got this social media chick where you got women 50 years old shaking their butt on Instagram for likes and views with grandkids watching. So it's a whole different type of ball game out here for the.
Wasn't that the first type of chick that you was messing with? She was shaking her ass for a living. Kim, wasn't she a scripper? What did that tell you? He seemed to be being judgmental about the women in America, but he's sleeping with them and take their money. That's diabolical. Mr. Swishy, what's up, bro?
Men and the women, we all need to cut it out. We are all out of our African minds, and nobody should be surprised that God ain't doing nothing to help us, because we not doing nothing to help ourselves.
And I think it's people like you and voices like you that can bring us back, though. You're such a.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I look for a lot of good to come out of FDMG.
How the fuck would he bring us back by taking our money? This nigga can't even build a school. But he's supposed to lead black folks to the promised land? Diabolical. Oh, man. We supposed to believe that he gonna lead black folks back to the promised land or lift black folks up back to where they need to be, but he can't even build a fucking school. How can he raise a whole race of people and he can't even raise a school? This dude is a glazer. Yo, we about to just start coming at these podcast motherfuckers that keep putting them on their platform. That's the best way to get rid of this motherfucker. Anybody that interview this motherfucker, we just torch him. Put them in the book of Negroes.
Not just for the children, but for the community. Because it's a school by day, but a community center by night.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a lot of programs, man. We're going to have a lot of programs. And I want FDMG to.
Wait, now he's saying it's going to be a community center by day. No, a school by day and a community center by night. How's that going to work? When there's a Boys and Girls Club a block away, number one, and number two, you said they was going to have dorms. Didn't he say they was going to have dorms? Or how's it going to be a community center for the kids that you keep trying to shuttle from Boston, Maryland, Delaware, and what other state did he say? This nigga full of shit.
Be the village that a lot of us wish we grew up in.
Right.
You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of us, I never grew up in a community that behaved like a family, right? I never had that. You know what I mean? What is that like to have a community meeting? You know what I mean? I ain't never been one of them.
Yeah.
Church meeting, mosque meeting. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about culture and people, community. I've never, bring your chairs outside and let's talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want FDMG to function like a village. Like a village.
Yeah.
The Ifatunde village. And I'm the chief.
I want to ask you, Dr. Umar, why haven't you been married?
He wants to start an Ifatunde village, and he's the chief. That sounds like he want to start a cult to me. Yeah, right. What community center operates at night? That too. I just caught that. Fuck, you want to have a community center at night? See, there you go again, making bullshit promises. They sound good, but then when you really think about it, it doesn't make sense.
Like a village. Like a village.
Yeah.
He said he wants to start his own village, and he's the chief. An Ifatunde village, and he's the chief. That sounds like a cult. And everybody gonna have to do whatever he says. Sound like some nature boy shit.
Ifatunde village, and I'm the chief.
I want to ask you, Dr. Umar, why haven't you been married?
I'm gonna answer that question. I'm gonna go pre Dr. Umar and post. And when I say pre Dr.
Oh man, get ready, because you know he finna tell you a whole bunch of bullshit. What's so hard about saying this is how you know he lying? Because he talking about, it's a simple question. Why haven't you got married yet? Simply, you could simply just say, because I haven't found the right one. Say a church's chicken on the weekend. Daniel, you funny as shit. Because he simply has not found the one. That's a simple answer to that. He wants to go into a whole spill about pre-Dr. Umar, post-Dr. Umar. You're full of shit. I'd be like, never mind, don't even answer that question, dog, because I know you about to beat me upside the head with the bullshit stick.
Umar, I mean when I blew up, right? Because I blew up in 2010. Chicago interview, Harlem lecture. The rest was history. It came out of nowhere, bro. Before I blew up, there was 5 women I've dated.
Build apps that scale.
Who I think would have made a good wife. Kim, Wendy, Tamala, Sabrina, Andrea. Okay. Right? They were good women.
Wait, did he just say the stripper would have made a good wife? The stripper name is Kim. Shit, I keep doing that. I didn't mean to post that again. But did he just say the stripper would have made a good wife? So he says he wanted Sukiana to have his first boy. Y'all know who Sukiana is, right? And now he's saying a stripper would have been a good wife. That shows you right there what type of women he want. All the women that he just judged and was talking about shaking their ass on social media and being judgmental about them. These are all the type of women that he liked. He wants to have a baby with Sukiana, and he said the conscious stripper lady would have made a good wife. Yo, this is time. You can't make this shit up. In the words of Lady Luck, you can't make this shit up.
But I wasn't focused. I was still womanizing and coochie hunting.
Sukiana is a fucking porn star too. She ain't just a stripper. She's a porn star too. She's on Pornhub.
You follow me? There was no need to settle down. In hindsight, if my ancestors would have said, listen, on September 18th of 2010, you're going to go to Chicago and do an interview. Anniversary of Harriet Tubman's runaway from slavery and anniversary of Booker T. Washington's.
It's always a date. It's always, oh my God. Oh, I'm so tired of that. I'm so fucking tired of him in these dates, dog. It's always the anniversary of something. When he does something, it's always the birthday or anniversary of something. When he does this, he's basically trying to connect himself to these events in history.
Atlanta Cotton Exposition speech. You're going to do this interview, and it's going to put you on top of the world.
Yeah.
I would have chose one of them for the foundation. I don't know if they could have survived it, though, because when I blew up,
Right.
I would be gone like half the year. You follow me? Because first it started in the country, then it was Jamaica wants you, London wants you, Africa wants you, China wants you, Australia wants you. You follow me? Could they have dealt with that? You know what I mean? I don't know, but I was willing to try. So pre-Dr. Umar, it is all my fault.
Right.
I knew 5 good women who I believe, I don't know, I can't read the few, who I think would have been a good wife.
Right.
And I blew it because I wasn't ready. Right? So that's pre-Dr. Umar. Post-Dr. Umar, I'm ready to settle and have been. Problem is, the women I often meet are coming to me for the wrong reasons.
Right.
They just want to be amongst the energy. Right. They just want to be queen of FDMG. They just want to say I'm Dr. Umar's queen, but they don't really want to do no damn work, right? And I still get women who come to me with perm.
Do what work, nigga? So you're saying that if a woman wants to marry you, they have to scam with you? They got to scam with you? Jessica, what's up? Grifting off the ancestors is a damn shame. Yup.
And weaves. I don't do that. I'll take you on a date, but you are not ever going to be introduced to the world as my woman with that on your head.
Right.
You feel?
So basically what he's saying is, I'll fuck you if you got a perm or a weave, but I ain't trying to make you my wife. This nigga here. This is a child. This is a 50-year-old child. This is a 50-year-old child. That's basically what he said. If you come to me with a perm or weave in your hair, I'll fuck you, but you can't be my wife. A fucking grown child.
Me? Right. So a lot of our sisters, man, their beauty is very much wrapped up in that European ideal. Yeah. Very much, brother. It is deep too. It is deep. And you talking about women and they.
Wait, how is it a European ideal? Wasn't the Egyptians wearing wigs and weaves? Did the Egyptians not wear wigs and weaves? Them niggas had whole wigs on. That's diabolical. That's not European. The next Stacks is going live tonight. I hope it's dramatic and Trey Rex. Right.
40s. It's still deep. They're not giving it up, right? Now, for the sisters who are natural, are you serious? Are you putting my business in the street? Are you running your mouth to your family too much? I'm a political activist. Stop looking at me as a celebrity. That's another problem. They look at you as a celebrity. I'm a political activist. Stop putting my business in the street. If we're going to have a relationship, it's us, not the world.
You can't be a political activist if you ain't never. What? Now he's a political activist? This nigga just be giving himself titles, don't he? Prince of Pan-Africanism, the most requested scholar, a political activist. Ifa Tunde. This nigga just gave himself so many fucking titles. Oh man, you know titles are given. They're not you have to be given that title. When did he become a political activist? When you ever see him marching down Washington, D.C., protesting or anything? That's political activism. That's what they do. They go out there and they march, they protest. They have speakings and gatherings. They build their own parties up. When the fuck has Umar ever done any of that? Right, Egyptians wore hair extensions and wigs. Right, so it's not European. But when the fuck did he become a political activist? When did you become an activist? Fuck the political part. When did you become an activist? A political activist? Don't you gotta have a degree in politics to be a political activist? Your field of education is psychology. How the fuck is... Okay.
A lot of women can't make that change.
Yeah.
They're all about clicks, videos, postings. I need a mature woman, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of our women ain't mature enough to be with me. And a lot of women are still very insecure about the fact that I spend a lot of time around women.
Did he just say a lot of women ain't mature enough to be with him? When your ass was on the internet saying Lene had a fish tank, you on the internet talking about crushing cookies, getting yams at 50 years old, and you say they're not mature enough? No, they just not down with the scam. Mr. Dependent, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. He works too hard not to work. That's all. That's a good statement. He works too hard not to. You can imagine somebody saying that to you though. Chick, I work too hard just to not work. You're not mature enough. Now you just actually have to be active. He's a conscious B-list comedian. That's very true. Very, very true. So you don't have to have a degree in politics. You can just got to be active and know what you're talking about. Okay. Well, he is neither of those things.
Women are the parents, right? Most of our kids, 70%, raised by a single mom. So yeah, you're gonna see a lot of pictures with women.
Yeah.
But ain't nothing inappropriate. I'm not grabbing their butt or their breast. You know what I mean? It's just a picture. Oh, well, I think you should stop taking pictures now. Why? Because you dating me. I met your ass taking a picture. I met you taking a picture. Yeah, but you shouldn't be taking none no more. No.
Yeah.
One thing I believe in the dating world you should never do is change somebody from who they were when you met them.
I agree.
The fuck are you talking about? If you serious about that person, they shouldn't have to want you. They shouldn't have to make you change. You're going to want to change for them. Oh, bro, this how we know your ass ain't never ever really took. You still about crushing cookies. You ain't ready to settle down and get married, nigga. You done came up with 37 excuses to why they immature, they doing this and they doing that. Bro, shut the bro, you's a nut. You's a nut ass nigga. If you with someone and you really love them and you really serious and committed, you're going to want to change on your own. You're not going to want to be the same person that they met. You're going to want to be the person that the ideal person that they want. And if you really care about that person, you would change on your own. They shouldn't want you to change because you're going to want to do it yourself. And they're going to want to change for you. That's how that works. You can tell that nigga ain't never been in a real relationship. He just been out fucking everybody, desperate mama. Principal, school psychologist, history teacher, relationship counselor. He everything in the book. What's up, Seth? That's a good point. How is he calling anyone immature after the way he be acting? Right. Your shenanigans on the internet? Like, are you serious? He deserves all the money he steals from the people. Right. That's basically what he's saying. You said check his Instagram. He probably gonna have a whole bunch of scribblers and holes on it. Dr. Umar, you couldn't stop taking pics. Right. Yeah, and it's all about respect. Like you ain't really taking no pictures with men. You just taking pictures with a bunch of women. That means that you still got the same intentions. And listen what he said though. He said, "I met you taking a picture." Exactly, motherfucker. Why would I want you to keep doing it? If I met my wife taking a picture with her, and she had Umar, let's say she had Umar status, and we met from her taking pictures with me and other men. That's how we met. Why would I want her to continue to do it? That means you're open to doing what you did with me. You should stop wanting to take pictures out of respect. But it's all about Umar. You have noticed it's me. Ever since he's been talking about this marriage or relationship shit, it's me. What I want, what I need. You ain't say nothing about what these women needed. It's all me. I want this and I need that, and that's that. There you go. That's why your ass is single, and that's why your ass ain't around your kids because it's me. I.
The picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you should be taking none no more. No.
Yeah.
One thing I believe in the dating world you should never do is change somebody from who they were when you met them.
I agree.
You either accept it or you don't.
Yeah.
You don't.
So let me get this straight. If she met you, you start fucking her, and y'all met and start fucking after taking a picture, and you just been fucking hoes. She shouldn't want you to change from that. Dwayne, what's up? I did try to do an interview with his daughter, but she was on some clout chasing shit. She thought she was gonna get people to pay for her to do an interview. She was talking about $2,000. I was like, your fucking dad ain't even worth that. Fuck out of my inbox, dog. I inboxed her and I said, I would love to interview you. She said, I'm trying to go on Tasha K, blah, blah, blah. I'm charging $2,000 for an interview. I'm like, oh, yeah, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, no, I'm good. Hold on, I'm in the middle of a Batman game. Hold on. But I save it. It's like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is just dumb. Nah, yeah, but she tried to charge me $2,000 for an interview. She said for anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000. I was like, your fucking dad not even worth that. What makes you think that? That's when I realized she was clout chasing and trying to make money off of it. As she should. As she should. I mean, I ain't knocking her for that, but don't act like you're not clout chasing when you and trying to make money off of it when that's what you're really doing.
Don't meet me and say you need to stop taking pictures with women.
Yeah.
That's a part of being Dr. Umar. And if you can't live with it, you won't be Mrs. Dr. Umar. You feel me? It's just that simple. You ain't changing nothing I'm doing. And that's another thing. They try to change you. I'm going to be honest with you, bro.
Don't wanna waste another second, cause it's all I do.
And
If you're listening right now or watching right now, then it means you're amazing. And because you're amazing, I want to give you my phone number. You heard it right. I want to give you my phone number. So pull out your phone and I'll give you some time. Pull out your phone so you can go ahead and say this number. I'll give you a second. All right. Second over with. Here's my number. My number is 629-267.
Look. I don't trust a nigga with gold teeth, dog. 2 gold teeth, 4 of them. 2 at the top, 2 at the bottom. Oh no, you's a shifty nigga. Terrence is the only exception. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Mr. Depicted says, so he is now a single dating coach. That's what I'm saying. How the fuck is you giving people advice on what they're going to do in their relationship and you have no fucking clue how to even run your own relationship? Make that make sense. Yeah, he do got gold caps in his mouth.
Four, 6. Now let's get back to the show. Thank you.
I don't know why this is. A lot of people, men and women, but romantically, we talking about women. They don't think I really am who I am until they get up close.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Because it's like when you date them, I'm like, what did you expect?
Right.
What did you expect? And then you tell them, you know, I'm busy. You know, I care for.
What you mean? What do you expect? If a woman enters a relationship with you and you fucking hoes when that relationship starts, you mean she's wrong for wanting you to stop? You hear the narcissism?
For my mom, you know, I'm working on the school. You feel me? You know, I got 2 daughters who just not coming back into my life because their mom kept them out. Right. There's a lot of other priorities I got. Oh
yeah, I forgot. He said his daughters came back into his life, but we ain't seen him with neither one of them.
One of them, but you don't compare to these other ones. Are you sure you okay? I can live with that. I know your mission. No, you can't. When you're into the relationship, they whining and come.
Yep.
You told me when you signed up for this, you can handle it. Yeah. You can't. Listen, some women need a man.
Told me when you signed up, you can handle it. You hear what he's saying? He's basically saying, when I enter a relationship, I'm going to keep fucking these hoes on the road, whether you like it or not. And you're wrong for wanting me to stop. That's what I'm hearing right now. You are in the wrong for wanting me to stop fucking all these hoes. Because you knew I was fucking these hoes when I met you, even though we entered in a serious relationship. Yo, you cannot make this shit up. Oh man. Daniel, thank you for the $5 super chat, the super sticker. Video game control. Oh no, thank you for the $5 super sticker. Appreciate it. Next time, make it 10 and send it to the Cash App. I know you barely had that, but next time, make it 10 and send it to the Cash App. Nah, I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it.
Man who comes home every day. They're needy. I don't see no problem with that. Right. If you're a woman who need to see your man every day, you should get a man you can see every day. But what you're not going to do is find a man who ain't coming home every day in Dr. Umar and try to make him into a domestic. Yeah. I am a freedom fighter. You don't change me into nothing else. You a
bro. Basically what he's saying is what I'm hearing is he's using this I'm a freedom fighter shit as an excuse to be out on the road fucking hoes. That's all I'm hearing. You in the wrong for wanting me to stop being on the road, fucking all these hoes. What is all you doing on the road? But now you trying to say the woman is wrong for wanting you to stop? You a freedom fighter. Who have you freed? What have you done? I'm a freedom fighter. How you go from a political activist to a freedom fighter, from a psychologist to Prince of Pan Africanism? This nigga give himself a new title every day. But all I'm hearing is a bunch of excuses for him to keep going out on the road and fucking all these old ladies and taking their money.
Just to my life or find somebody else with another life.
Yeah.
You heard what he just said? That's the most narcissistic shit I've ever heard. She has to adjust to his life, not the other way around. They can't compromise and meet each other halfway. None of that. She has to adjust to his life, or not have nothing at all. What type of shit is that at 50 years old? 50 fucking years old saying this. And you trying to give counseling to parents? You trying to do marriage counseling? You trying to counsel people's marriages and have relationship counseling and all that? And this is the type of shit that you expect out of a relationship? Who the fuck would want your advice for a relationship? You're gonna ruin so many marriages and so many relationships. I swear, if you go to that shit, your relationship will be ruined. Ruined. Because all he's teaching you to be is narcissistic. Me. If you can't do what I want and adjust and let me go out on the road and fuck these hoes anytime I want, we don't need to be together. That's all I heard.
Try to make them into a domestic.
Yeah.
I am a freedom fighter. You don't change me into nothing else. You adjust to my life or find somebody else with another life.
Yeah.
Miranda, thank you for the cash app. The $5 cash app, appreciate it. This nigga said, I am a freedom fighter. So what you gonna say when she answers back? What the fuck? Who did you free? And who did you fight for? What are you gonna say when she replies with that? Oh, you a freedom fighter. Who did you free? Huh? Because I'm kind of lost here, buddy. Who did you free? Who did you free? Who did you fight for? You keep saying that you fought for our boys and our children. When? When did you fight? Who did you fight? And who did you free? And what did you free them from? What's gonna be your answer when somebody when somebody pop up and say that shit to you? Nothing. He said, "Oh, Umar, thank you for the $1.99 super chat." She said, "Umar got baby arms also." Oh man, yo, I just want to take time to say I really thank y'all. Y'all really helped me get through my week. Um, in my time of need, especially when losing my nana over the last week. So y'all definitely have helped me get through my week, and I really appreciate it. Y'all kept me smiling, y'all kept me laughing. Um, so I really want to thank everybody. Y'all definitely been a great help keeping me in good spirits because y'all are hilarious. Oh my god. Hey Daniel, you missed it earlier in the interview. He said the ancestors was the reason why he ain't opened the school. First, it was the Jamaican building inspector who was blocking him because he doesn't like him or the name of the school. Then he said it was the ancestors that was holding it back. His ancestors did that, so that means you owe him. Now pay up. Right. He said, man, I hate freedom fighting diabetic. He said, I hate this freedom fighting diabetic. Dr. Sabi Jr. says his lazy ass ain't been in no fight in his life. He got quiet when I tried to box him, even though he was the one with the boxing gloves and put out the challenge. You knew he was. You know why he did that? Because he was trying to act rough and tough in front of the ladies. That's all that was. He was just trying to act like a tough guy in front of the ladies. I know. I appreciate your love, Miss Independent. Y'all really got me through my week. Said the ancestor said hit the PayPal. Bougie, you said I had a tough week too, Rim. You in the chat helped me get through some of this too. Thanks, everybody. Look, man, that's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be. And I'm glad that even in my little time of need, I was able to help you get through your week too. So, that's good energy right there. So I appreciate all y'all.
No, it's and I even see it as such, even like, because I'm at such a, as a content creator, I'm at a lower level. We've done live events and stuff like here where we had like 100, 200 people.
Yes, sir.
And women that will be there to support me. I've seen this exact same thing.
Yes, sir.
So I can only imagine what you do.
Yes, sir. They want to change you. You're not changing me.
Yeah.
I don't even know where you get the idea from. You don't change me. I was born to do what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You're either going to support it or you're going to get out of my way, because one thing you're not going to be is a distraction.
Right.
Once a woman becomes a distraction, I got to let them go. Don't mess with my mission. Don't mess with my mom. You follow me?
Absolutely.
Don't mess with my mission. Don't mess with my mom. Translation. I'm a mama's boy, and I'm going to keep fucking these hoes whether you like it or not. That's all I'm hearing. Yeah, I am blessed. I'm definitely blessed to have good people in my chat like y'all. That's all I'm hearing, though. Back to this man. That's all I'm hearing. Don't mess with my mission. Don't mess with my mom. Translation. I'm a mama's boy, and I'm going to stay on the road fucking these hoes whether you like it or not. It sounds like you might be talking about Lene. Don't it? I was coming to the same conclusion. He said Umar Johnson got them Jim Jones legs. No, he got like Mano. Mano legs don't match his body neither. Right. That's all I'm doing. I'm just translating what he's saying, Miss Independent.
Don't mess with the Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy. You violate any of those, we're done.
I know.
So let me translate that one more time. He says, don't mess with my mama, my mission, or the school. Translation. I'm going to always be a mama's boy. I'm going to stay on the road fucking these hoes. And you better not fuck up my donations. You interfere in the scam, you got to go. That's all. That's what I'm hearing.
Notice that with other people who claim to be in the same lane as you as far as revolutionaries and just activists. And
they're mostly
like
hypocrites.
Yeah.
They don't do anything but make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is in the same lane as him? Ain't nobody scammed the community saying that they wanted to build a school. If you want to put somebody, you're not in their lane. King Randall, Q Butter, you're not in their lane. How can they be jealous of you when they actually completed their missions? Make that make sense. Daniel, thank you for the $5 super sticker. Again, that's a super sticker. Or the super chat. Thank you for it. That's what's up, Rim. All love for you and your family. Appreciate it, man. Definitely appreciate that. But how he said they jealous. Everybody jealous of Umar. They're so jealous. Bro, I would not want to be you. The embarrassment you put on yourself, you died. The embarrassment that you put on yourself You got it. It's gonna go right back. The embarrassment that you put on yourself these last few years. Who the fuck would want to be Umar Johnson? I mean, being well known, that's a plus. But I wouldn't want to be known like you. To majority of the black community, you are a scammer. Look at the videos about you now. I don't see not one positive video about Umar Johnson. Not one. Anybody that reports on you, there's nothing positive. That means the community has shifted to not fucking with you. That's why you running around doing so many podcasts right now, interviews, because the money not coming in. You notice that he ramped up on these interviews ever since his bank account got closed. You notice that he's been doing more and more and more and more interviews because that money gone and he trying to re-up. He trying to re-up. That money gone. He called his mom mommy and she called him the devil, right? She called him the devil. Translation, don't mess with my money. Hold on, what do you say? Translation, don't mess with my money I get from my mama, my meals, or the movies I'm in, or the movies that's in my head.
I'm building a school. They have no institutions. I am the number one go-to.
And just
What do you say?
activists.
They're mostly hypocrites.
Yeah,
they don't do anything but make YouTube videos.
Yeah.
I'm building a school. They have no institutions. I am the number one go-to school psychologist.
You don't have a school, nigga. You can keep saying you building the institution, but we have not seen any construction. We just see you collecting money. You mean that bando that you're talking about? You calling that an institution? The bando that's falling, the roof falling in and all that, that's your institution? Yeah. Mr. Independent, thank you again for the $99 super chat. Umar garbage sales apology tour to not work. Right. Right. So you don't gotta go back to work. Because them donations ain't coming in like that. I know they're not. That's why he's scrambling to do all these podcasts. And you know what I think he's doing? It just clicked with this occupancy guy. He's stalling. Right now, he's stalling. So he can run around and do a bunch of interviews and get up some money to make it look like he's doing renovations. Or it could be just get up some money, period. But how the fuck is you even building a school and you running? How many interviews have we seen him do in the past 2 months? At least 10. And these are all different states. How the fuck you building a school? When did you do the renovations? You've been traveling around doing all these interviews. When did you do the renovations?
Colleges in the country. I am the number one go-to school psychologist in the country.
Okay, let's figure that out. Who is the number one school psychologist in the country? National honoree Eric Elias has been named. Hold on, let me show y'all. Because he's the most go-to, y'all. He's the most go-to. Let me put it up big so y'all can see it. Hopefully y'all can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. See if I can zoom in a little bit so y'all can see it. Okay. There we go. Eric Ellis. has been named the 2006 School Psychologist of the Year. Based in Connecticut, Ellis is recognized for his leadership, hard work, and commitment to advancing the field of school psychology. He is honored during the NASP 2026 annual convention held in Chicago early this 2026. I don't see Umar on that list. I don't see Umar. I guess he's the number one go-to psychologist in his fucking head, because that's the only place that he's the number one school psychologist, because the number one school psychologist just got honored as the number one school psychologist. Francis Cecil Sooner is the most named black psychologist. He said in the country, he didn't even say black folks, jaded, but I mean Miss Independent. But that's a good point too. That's a good point too. Neither are Umar, the black one or just the number one in the country. Neither one of these things are Umar. And the fact that he keeps going around claiming that shit and nobody actually looks it the fuck up to find out who what's real or not. It's the same thing with the Frederick Douglass shit. Nobody bothered to look it up. Yeah, he talking about the list he wrote. Yup.
And activists for black parents when they have to fight the education machine or the mental health machine.
Yeah.
Nope, that ain't you. That is Francis Cecil Sumner. That's the number one black activist for parents. Miranda, thank you for the $10 super chat. My deepest condolences to you and your family. I thank you. I really appreciate it. Like I said before, you guys helped me get through my week. It's going to be a long week next week, but damn, I'm gonna have to take off my first goddamn weekend on the job. I just now realized that. But thank you. There you go. Umar has been recognized at any conventions. The committee needs to make him stop that, saying that. Yes, for real. For real. For real. The committee definitely needs to make him stop saying that. Because you taking somebody else's title. And it's disrespectful that these people are doing the hard work and you're not. And you say you're the number one person that black parents come to. Who are these black parents? I have yet to see a black parent come to YouTube or anywhere saying Umar has helped my child. I've seen black parents come to you and say they asked for help for their child and wind up fucking him. You mean you the number one black scholar that fuck kids' mamas? You can tell you definitely got that title. Because every woman that we've come across that reached out to you for help for their child, you wind up sleeping with them and not helping the child. So where are these women that with all these women who or parents that you helped with their child? That little kid interview with him ain't gonna say that though. No, man, he's a glazer. This nigga is a straight up glazer. Because he's scared and just weak. Yes, he's a very glazing, weak ass nigga, dog. I ain't never seen somebody glaze like this.
I have saved more children from the school to prison pipeline than any black psychologist who has ever lived. Mm-hmm. Nobody who has ever lived has saved more children from the school to prison pipeline than any black psychologist who has ever lived. Mm-hmm.
It's funny that you keep saying that, but we see all the kids that what's his name? what's the dude name that you said? Francis Cecil Sooner. I'm pretty sure there are plenty of footage or records of all the kids that he helped. The dude Eric, what's the face? That's the number one psychologist in the country. I know it's some proof that he actually helped kids because the committee recognized him as the number one. We have not seen any receipts of all these so many children that you claim that you helped from the prison, the school to prison pipeline. So you say, where are all these kids at? Miss Independent, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. It's apparent to pipeline. It's the parent to pipeline. That's the best one. Oh, that's the best one so far. Oh, you got me tearing up. That was funny. That was funny. That's basically what it is. Single mom to pipeline.
Nobody who has ever lived have saved more children from special ed in jail than Dr. Umar.
Yeah.
Can you prove that? Because you would have to know everybody else's stats and yours. And I'm pretty sure you don't know everybody else's. This shit only exists in Umar land.
Nobody.
Yeah.
So, no disrespect to them. I can't go in the same box with them.
Yeah.
I've done things none of y'all have done. I got
I can name two people right now. Q Butter, King Randall. Their schools opened. And they're actually stopping kids from going to prison. Right now, as we speak, they're not going around touring, doing interviews. How are you helping all these people doing interview tours? You notice that the people that are actually out there helping people ain't doing interview tours. You know why? Because they ain't got time. So you mean to tell me you building a school, helping single parents with their kids, and running around doing all these interviews and so-called speaking engagements? You doing all that? Get the fuck out of here. Who you think we is? Boo Boo the Fool? He really think the black community is just a bunch of dunces.
credentials none of y'all got. I'm more popular than all y'all put together. I'm more traveled than all y'all put together.
You say you got one fucking credential more than us. One. Yes, you did go get your doctorate, but you don't have a certificate or a license to practice. So that's incomplete. You have one more credential than we do. High school diploma, and you got your doctorate. We just got our high school diplomas. And some people in the chat got degrees. You got one more fucking credential than I do.
I'm more requested than all y'all put together. And despite as busy as I am, I still.
You're molested because you are a sideshow. That's why you're requested, because you are a fucking joke. When it comes to child psychology, you are the laughing stock of it. You are a joke when it comes to child psychology, activists. I got tongue twisted. Activism. I think I said that right. Freedom fighting. Prince of Pan African. You are a joke when it comes to all of these things. That's why you're the most requested, because you're entertaining. You got one joint, right? People who are acting. They're busy. And people that are actually out there doing the work, they're too busy to do any of the things that Umar's doing. You are the most requested what? Podcast interviewer? Yeah, you put that on there. What the most requested activists? How many protests has Umar been requested to? This shit is just diabolical.
Managed to build a school from nothing.
Yeah.
What excuse y'all got not to be working on nothing? All they do is talk.
Yeah.
And then people say, well, people think you better than them because you got all them degrees and blah, blah, blah.
Got all what degrees? You got one fucking degree. How would I think that you think you better than me, nigga? You ain't got no job, Tommy. You got a degree for what? You got a degree that's just sitting on the shelf collecting dust. You ain't even using it. And we spoke to you. You really think that we think that you think that you better than us? Get the fuck out of here. You scam. I would never think that a scamming ass motherfucker who has a degree and don't got a job in that field, out running around begging for money, is better than me. You live with your mama, nigga. You don't even have a car. Why would I think that you're better than me? Right, he's a whole shit show. Why the fuck would we think that you better than us? We laugh at you because we know that we're better than you. You try to flip it into, oh, they jealous. No, nigga, you are really a joke. And I think that's his smoke screen because I think he knows that he's a fucking joke to us. He just don't want to admit it, so he mask it in, oh, they hating. There's just some haters. No, nigga, you really a fucking joke.
And you don't work with the other guys. The key word is work. What work are we going to do? Because I just heard work. Interviews ain't work. Right. You feel me? Yeah. Live events ain't work. They're good. You can raise some consciousness, but that ain't.
Right. I'm glad you said that. Interviews ain't work. Speaking of games ain't work. So what the fuck have you done? I'm glad you said that. What the hell have you done other than that? He goes to city. Thank you for the $99 super chat. He goes to the city with civil unrest and doesn't protest. Right. But I'm glad he just said that though. He said doing interviews ain't work. Giving speeches ain't work. Okay, so with that being said, what have you done? Oh, I saved all these boys, and where the fuck are they? We have yet to see you prove any of those things.
The work. What are these other guys doing besides talking? Because
Q Butter made a school. King Randall made a school. Hell, even your nephew made a school. What are you doing besides to? We don't go around claiming that we're activists. I'm just a YouTuber and a father. That's what I am. That's the work that I'm doing. Being a father. I can't say the same for you. What are they doing besides talking? What are you doing besides talking? I'm building an institution. Where, nigga? You've been building an institution for 37 years.
if you got some work, we can do some work.
Right.
But I don't see none of them working.
Yeah.
They call speaking on YouTube work. That is not work.
But that's all you do. That's all you've been doing. Speaking on YouTube. Going live on Instagram. What work have we seen you doing in the school? All you do is stand out front of the fucking building asking for cash apps and PayPals. The motherfucker boarded up. You ain't even supposed to be in that motherfucker. What are you talking about?
And I'm on YouTube more than all of them. And it ain't work.
Yeah.
Work is when I'm saving them kids. Work is when I'm helping them parents. Work is when I'm building that school. That's
has he what parents? Because all these seminars you always saying I'm gonna throw a parent seminar, and we're gonna do boot camp for parents, and we're gonna do this seminar, and we're gonna do that. Has anybody seen any of these seminars happen? Anybody? Thank you for the $99 super chat, Mr. Dependent. He didn't go to Jesse Jackson's funeral because he wanted to be Jesse Jackson.
The work. What work they doing?
Yeah. No, I'm with you, Em. I mean, there's things that.
I mean, saying that you're doing work isn't work either. Because all we've heard is we've never seen you actually doing any work. But we do see you talking about it a lot. Hell, even we can even find the work that Charleston White did. How come you never upload any of this work that you're doing? You upload about the school, you upload about the women that you with, you upload about your issues with other people, but the only thing we ain't never see you upload on the internet is you actually doing some work for the children. That's kind of ironic. We can see what everybody other activists is doing. And you're the only one that we can't see do anything, but you claim that you're doing the most. Oh man, I got a headache. I think I done had enough for right now. I think I done had enough for right now. I think I'm gonna stop it right here because this nigga's giving me a headache, and I even took my Tylenol. This nigga still giving me a headache. Oh man, this is diabolical. Yeah, we had 3 hours. Yeah, this is what I'm gonna stop this at, especially if I want to come back tonight. Tonight, Lene, they say Lene going live too, so yeah. Let me stop that right here. So if I go any longer, it's gonna crash into my next live. So I'm gonna get back with y'all later on. What time Lene say she going? What time Lene going live? She probably gonna push it back because she probably in the bushes watching me now. Let me see what time she going live. Let me see. Knowledge born Allah. Oh, she's going live at 8. All right, so when she go live, I'll be back. Yeah, I'm gonna come back tonight. If not tomorrow morning. If not tomorrow, if I don't make it back tonight, I'll definitely be live again tomorrow morning. But I'm definitely aiming and shooting for going live again. Yeah, that's why I say I need to take a break. My butt cheeks is getting no diddy.